abductions, the attacks over the past few weeks. Reverend, would you say it's getting better or worse from where you sit, that is? Right, looks like the connection has gotten worse, but we'll return to Reverend Achomo. He's quite popular now with championing. All right, please go ahead. We can hear you now.
I can say it's getting better because for the past 2 weeks we have never had whether in any village somebody was killed. And this is where we are all advocating for, to live in peace with both the Muslim and the Christian. And this is what we are, for these past 2 weeks, in fact, even destruction of crops. We have not come across a news of phone calls anywhere. The Fulani are come. The Senate sent their committee on security to come for findings in Plateau State. And I happened to be there because all my aim, my target is for us to have peace for years. And it has reached a stage that I have to kneel down before my fellow Fulani Ados, Miyati Allah, and beg them, because they are the one to give us peace. And that is undiluted truth. We have always given them the truth, the peace that they needed. We have given them for years, and they know. I beg them on my knees, please. You know our side, we have been supplying peace to you. But on your side, you are supplying crisis to us. Why? What is the reason? And they have to raise me up by officials. I say thank you. Because my primary goal is to see that the country is living in peace, nothing but peace. And that's the situation that we are in right now. We have been crying for years. For years. Nobody listened to us. Even when the issue of Geopolitics, formerly known Dogonawa, they changed the name. They came with an agenda. The Islamic movement came with an agenda. They would change the name of the original place and place their own name. Our forefathers were illiterate, were full of love, thinking that let's live together, not knowing that these people have a target for land grabbing. They have a target to invade and take over the state, to take over the Middle Belt. That is the target. Our forefathers didn't know until late 2000, these things started manifesting themselves. Burning villages, striking villages. Before they come to your village, they would look for a way that they will present the matter as since it's reprisal. We didn't know. They will destroy your crops. That is the beginning. We have been living together. We gave them farms, irrigation farms to do in love. We assist them in working on their farm, and they make their money to go back to their village, to their areas in the far north. Then when it is a dry season, they will resurface and come. We welcome them. But what then? This is what happened at the end of the day. Planning. When we say stop it, they will be angry. They will say we're interfering in their right of living. And we don't know that there was a great agenda that was moving on to take over our village because they look at us in a dialect that we are Arnas. Even you are a Christian, you are Kafri, you are Arna. And this war has been moving. We bear it, would it. We still show them love, but they didn't understand. You can see, because of the issue of farm issue,
right?
When they will follow you to your farm and they will kill us, we will bear with it until it reaches a stage which say, no, this thing is getting too much. Since you are not ready to stay with us, please go back. Go to your state. Leave your place, because you are coming here, you are turning your character into aggressive, into claiming of life, into claiming of land, in which, let me tell you, over 161 villages, community were displaced. In Plateau State alone.
Well, Reverend,
today they cannot go back to that village. And the neighboring village that they are living on, you will see they have been living their dwelling place where our forefather gave it to them. But they will organize themselves and invite their fellow brothers from the far north to come and assist them in doing jihad on the Christian. And there are areas, there's a place even in Manga, that place, that place they were evil themselves. They turned our church building into mosques in Manga area. That is the place where they attacked our people. Senator Danton was killed at the burial ground, which the old people alive. They kill whom they can kill. They slaughtered whom they can slaughter. We went for mass barriers, not knowing that they used the mass barrier to bring an attack.
Reverend, this is really sad. I've listened to you time and again, and every time I hear you speak, the pain is always fresh. The way you narrate it. I want to just, for the benefit of those who may not understand the language, what does Arna mean? Just before I come to Mr. Osaji here in our studio.
Unbelievable.
Okay, we'll try to fix the connection, but let me come to Mr. Osaji. You speak the languages, or you have an understanding. Listening to Reverend Dachamo, and I'm sure you've listened to him time and again. He said first, for the past 2 weeks, there have been no attacks in this region, but he's also chronicled how this has developed into what it is today. He says they seem to be out of the woods for now, but we know that North Central is not entirely out of the woods. Kwara, Kogi, and now Northwest states, Kano, Sokoto. From what he has said, can you see the pattern of his attacks?
Of course, yes. And first of all, I want to use this medium to really appreciate the Reverend for really coming out to speak and speak the bitter truths, because it marvels me when people come on air and say there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. That's a big fat lie. Sometimes we fail to understand that human lives matters. If it doesn't touch home, you will not want to deny the fact that we have experienced Christian genocide in Nigeria. I agree with some Muslims are also being killed, but I tell you that the Christian has been so patient in this country, and I'm happy about that, because we believe in peace, and also we don't believe in attack me, I attack you, because if it has to be so, Nigeria would have been history. But what we need now is that we need a reconciliation. And this talk, genocide talk, must not die. This is the time to keep on talking about it, so that the Supreme Muslim Council, the Christian Association of Nigeria will all come together and say, hey, enough is enough. He made mention of Arne. Arne means unbeliever. You understand? That's what it meant by Arne. And we need to start, watching or listening to our preachers, what they preach about Nigerians. If I'm in a church and you're telling me negatively about the Muslims, that should be checked. If you are in the mosque and you're talking about negative about the Christian, that should also be checked, because we are all human beings. We are Nigerians. We are living beings. Because if we keep on preaching hatred, the government needs to start looking at the church and also start looking at the mosque. That is the preachers and the preachers and also the imams. We need to start looking at that very carefully, because most of those statements, sometimes are very insightful. When you call somebody an unbeliever, when you see him, what do you do to him? So we need to address a lot of things in this country, Kayode, and that is why I'm very happy that this talk must not die. This is the time for us to start speaking. I'm happy for the truth of Donald Trump. If he had not tweeted, we've not seen all this action happening. Nigerians have been crying. I've been on this studio more than 120 times since 2008. Are you with me? And we've been talking about insecurity, talking about what has been happening in Nigeria, and it seems as if nobody's listening. But it took a tweet from the President of the United States to bring everybody into action. If it's going to take more tweets from the international community to make Nigeria great again, we welcome that, because we cannot continue to live like this. But so far, so good. I'm impressed with the actions from the presidency, and this action speaks louder than voice. And we've seen most of the commands and also some of the, security design. But I tell you that we have a long way to go in this area of fight. Like now, if you look at the belt from Kogi, from Kebbi, Kogi, down to Kwara, it has a corridor, and this corridor is where most of this criminal, passes through to go and commit these criminal activities. Let's not give them time to sleep. The problem is that we allow them to sleep. When you allow criminals to sleep, they plan, they regroup, and they attack. So let's not give them time to regroup and also plan. The president last week made mention of recruiting more men. That will not solve the problem, Kayode. If you say you want to keep on recruiting more men, these guys, they still have the ability to kill the officers and men. So for me, I've said it on many fora that for you to have an effective security strategy, don't just depend on the personnel. We just what we call force protection. Give them force protection so that they don't get killed like chickens. You can't have a soldier train so hard and die cheap. Now, the president did not even make mention of technology, effective technology, because three measures are present when it comes to security management: the human factor, the technological factor, and the processes. Currently, a battalion of soldiers in this country with an appropriate technology can defeat all the terrorist groups in this country. What we need effective drones that they can use and go to these enemies then and wipe them out. So it's not about personnel. Because I can tell you, 5 soldiers can be in the base. Like we are here now, we can monitor what is happening in Sambisa. And all you just need to do, ascertain the ISR, the intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance information from the drone. Then what you need to do, then you send in any deliverable you used to send there to go and wipe out these guys. So it's not about personnel. I tell you, we have the personnel, but we need more personnel, as the case may be. But let's look at having a lot of drones. And I would advise the presidency and the chief of defense staff to establish drone battalions. We don't have drone battalions. Now, the Ukraine, they have drone battalions, and that's why they are still holding strong in their defensive line. So let's establish drone battalions so we'll be able to mitigate the loss of the lives of our officers and men, because it's so painful. You have our soldiers being killed as if they are animals by this unnecessary human being who are not even well trained as our soldiers. I can tell you that the making of a soldier is very tough. You cannot just see how I saw the videos of most of these guys on TikTok, and I would look at them and say, these are the guys killing our officers, these are the guys killing our soldiers. That tells you that there's an operational error within the army, there's a tactical error within the army, and those errors need to be addressed. And one more thing, Kayode, you see, sometimes these guys, maybe next time we're going to talk about the organogram of this terrorist group. They are very, very well structured. Right from their command, come to their intelligence network. There is no single strike these guys carry out without deploying intelligence. Before they go on any strike, they have men on ground who will check if the security personnel are present, who will check what is happening within that environment, and they will communicate. The coast is clear, come and clear it. That is what we call counter-surveillance. So we need to start having an effective counter-surveillance team that will counter the surveillance of these guys. That's what we call hostile surveillance. So we need a lot of things to do. The army to establish drone battalions so that we'll be able to, fight these guys and bring them to book. The Nigerian army has the capability, I tell you. They have the capability. But they need to work on that operational strategy. Don't leave a soldier for so long in the battlefield. This error, they keep on making this error. You will leave a soldier for 4 years in the battlefield. My younger brother spent 4 years in the Northeast. He was shot in 2014. He went back after recovery and he spent an additional 3 years. 4 years. How will you leave a soldier in the battlefield for 4 years? That is a tactical, that's an operational error. In fact, it's an intentional operational error. No commander should do that, because when attacks come from this enemy, from this terrorists, what the army do is that they begin to run away. They begin to withdraw. Why? Because if you don't know when you are going back home to reunite with your wife and children, I tell you, your fighting spirit will depreciate, because every battle begins from the mind. So every soldier must know when they are going to the battlefield, and they must know when they are coming back home. That is going to motivate them and give them more morale to fight this enemy of the state and wipe them out.
Well, so much to unpack from some of the things that you have said. You talked about being happy with the measures, and you've also, pointed out some of the other things that need to be done. I would like to follow up on some things, but let's bring in Reverend Omoye again. Reverend Omoye, you've been speaking in other fora where you've, queried some of the comments of the peace envoy sent to Plateau State to interact with communities and leaders, yourself, inclusive, where you queried, her response in other fora where she tagged some of the killings as reprisals. And we've had the Muslim community represented in the conversation right here on this platform a fortnight ago, where they doubled down on the nature of some of the killings in Plateau State, to be precise, as being reprisal. In fact, I recall Mr. Salis said that there are some communities in Plateau that you cannot go to, even as a Muslim, that your life would be in danger. And they also accuse the media of not reporting some incidents that trigger some of these killings. So I'd like you to respond to that part of the perception about the nature of the killings in Plateau State as being reprisal, because it's coming not just from the peace envoy alone, but from other members of the Plateau community, this time from the Muslim community in Plateau State.
What do you expect somebody that wants to take your land and take your village, your community? What do you expect him to do? He has a strategy to create a way that he will deceive the whole world, like the Hamas were doing. Sometimes they will tell a child to pretend as if he has been shot. They will decorate him with something like blood and show the whole world. Al Jazeera will carry it that Israel have been killing. We can't deny that. But the propaganda that took place is they thought we are doing the same thing. And this is what is happening here. When they want to take your village, they will strategize to see how they will invoke you to make a mistake. They will provoke you to rape your woman. And nobody knows. They will destroy your crops that you have suffered. Put cows inside. When you come out, you attack in anger a cow. Then they will say they are coming for reprisal. But they will never talk about the destruction that they have done in the village. 151, what have they done? What reprisal is taking place in Adamawa, in Taraba? Is that reprisals? So if the federal government will approve and justify there is reprisal, then we have many ways of reprisal too. When you destroy my crops, have chemicals, we do not that we don't have it. We put it on our farm to avoid crisis. When their cows comes, they eat, they die. Don't let them not blame us. It's reprisal. See, Nigerian government approve reprisal. That is, then we accept it. We can do it. Not that we don't know how to destroy. But they have been working on destroying farm crops. Even the one you brought home, they will follow and burn it down. Economically, they subject us to become slaves. And they are still building that is reprisal. Okay. I have asked the whole youth to stand for self-defense. Since this is the language that they are presenting to the whole nation that is reprisal, what have the people of... I gave this to one minister. For the reason of the genocide that they did in Gemburu, And I heard her, she was saying that she was justifying, even proud. She doesn't know she was carrying the blood, the names, the skeletons of those that are now in the grave on her hand. And she's talking to them. She doesn't know that they kill you, they nail you, they shed your blood. 501 people. It was reprisal. And she was justifying it. That woman on special senior advisor to the president, I don't blame her. It is an agenda given to her by Islamic agenda. She's speaking the man. She was not ready. Blood. The blood of the people whom she was saying they were killed because of reprisal. Did she know the damage that caused to Gemboro? Killing our women? The citizens of the village were tired. They didn't see peace with those that are harboring criminals in the house, targeting the Christians, humiliating them. And because of that, they become angry. They didn't say they killed them. They said move out of the village. They went and organized to come down and humiliate everybody in the village so that they will grab their land. That place they were brought from Kano as a team miners. And they enjoy the place. And they want to take over the place. Okay, the federal government should do what she can do. She should never arrest anybody that kill a cow through chemicals, because we will start keeping, because we want to avoid any problem. We will start putting chemicals on our lands. And if their cows die, we are ready for self-defense. It's not like before. Let me tell you, withdraw soldiers, you will see peace. Withdraw the Nigerian army, you will see peace. Especially the security have been polluted with the absorption of the repented Boko Haram, assisting, and they are the ones that are giving information. They are still with their brothers in the bush. Let me tell you, the Nigerian government hands is tight. Tinubu is saying he's going to recruit 20. What will be the number? If Christians are up to 2,000 in that 20,000, then we'll say they have tried. Is to absorb Muslims from all over, including visitors that came from Niger. They kept them indigenous, and as citizens of Nigeria, they will be there.
All right, Reverend.
Why are they there?
If I may come in here, Reverend, apology, we're totally out of time. I can see the passion exuding from you. We had to bring you because we've had Islamic representation here. Sheikh Gumi was with us, I think, last week on his position.
Yeah. The biggest liar. The biggest destroyer. The one that collects money from federal government to compensate his people in the bush. It's another way he has made the federal government to become an ATM. The one that lies that we are buried.
All right, Reverend. Well, Sheikh is not here to respond to the allegations. I'll just reiterating the fact that... so sorry, Reverend, just reiterating the fact that this is for us to bring balance. But let's bring it to the studio as we wind down. We'll come to you to wrap up in 30 seconds. Mr. Dixon, if you can do this for us in like 1 minute. You can see a lot of passion coming in. And
I wanted him to even continue.
a lot of passion coming in and all of that. This is what happens when people feel, perhaps him from his point of view feels they are not being protected. So if you were to intervene in this kind of scenario, how should the government approach this?
Well, with speed and momentum, I think I feel his pain, and when you see people like this speak, they have love for nation. They have love for this country. You understand? Because human lives matter, like I already said. For me, the government has started, rolling out instructions, rolling out orders. So what the government should also be doing is that they should look at the enemy within. The insider threat is what is bedeviling our country, Nigeria. And also, at this point, they need to set up a board of inquiry to examine the existence of Boko Haram and the causative factor of Boko Haram. How did they come into existence? We must not let that die. We need to find out how they came about, the founders, and also the terrorism financiers. They need to go after the terrorism financiers. I've been on this studio many times to discuss about the secret trials of these terrorism financiers, and also the list that was sent to the federal government about the terrorism financiers. Where are the names? Name them and shame them. We need to start doing a lot of things, and also look at how they get their finances from, and look out for their commanders. Because what we are doing, Jeffrey, is that we're just killing the fighters.
Okay.
If you keep on killing the fighters, we will not succeed. We need to go to their center of gravity, and pull them from the top down to ensure that we make Nigeria great again. And also, I will use this medium to appreciate our brave officers and men for putting their life on the line to protect this country. Jeffrey, it's not easy for you to put your life on the line to fight for a country. And Nigeria, the only thing this government, all our soldiers and officers, is that they must respect them and ensure they don't pardon terrorists who kill our officers and men, because that would be a blatant, failure on the part of government.
All right, Reverend, let's come back to as we wind down, and just the way forward. Nobody supports violence, but we saw where you're coming from. But that's what everybody's trying to avoid, an escalation. Now everybody's talking about the escalation. What's the way forward, if you can do it for us in 1 minute, sir?
The way forward is to remove Shetima. Remove Ripado. He's a security advisor. What does he need advising? All his advice is to serve the Muslim perspective. If not, if he's genuine, let me tell you, all this crisis from God. He has not been advancing well. His advance is biased. And Shetima is a Muslim. The president is the Muslim. Is that not complete genocide to Christian in the political world? A complete genocide. The way forward, remove Shetima. And I stand on it, and one way forward. They are displaying Islamic agenda. They want to control the whole country. All Christians should wake up. Wake up from their slumber, thank the Bible. Because these people are out to take over to the court. They will end up forcing every Christian to become a Muslim by faith, by force. We ought to stand on it. We have seen it. I've seen it. God has shown us. Can you see the handwork that is moving towards Kwara? Can you see what is happening?
Right.
The Kwara people kill their cow or do something, and they will turn it around to say it is reprisal. So reprisal has been approved in Nigeria. Then we are ready for reprisal. I've said we are not going to stay like this, because I can't hand over my grandchildren to Islam. Because when suffering starvation hurt them, they will go into slavery in Islam. And this is the agenda of all Islamic terrorists to take over the nation. And the nation is sleeping. Is sleeping. They have to wake up. These people that want to help the nation, they don't want to use them, but people are out with agenda to destroy Nigeria, both economically, both politically, both security-wise. They are there, calculating with the language of jihad.
Well, quite powerful words.
That's why I'm praying the way forward. These two people must be removed and bring Nigeria. Let it be Muslim, Christian. Nigeria is for all of us. Let it be Muslim, Christian, Muslim. We are all brothers. We are all one in the nation. You can't bring Islamic agenda to control the nation. That Muslim ticket to be. I will never vote Muslim, Christian. Muslim, Christian. I want Nigeria. We should be one. That is my target. And I'm praying that they will stand and look at this thing with the common sense that Nigeria belongs to all of us, not particular people bringing evil agenda, satanic agenda to control the nation. And the nation is decaying. The moral standard is decaying.
Well, Reverend,
Muslims are also killed.
Certainly.
Christians are also killed. And they are proud to tell the world that Muslims and Christians are killed. Now, question is the witness of the government. They cannot stop the killing, and they are telling accepting that yes, Muslims are also killed. By who?
Well, Reverend Chomo, if I may come in here, this is a conversation we can have for the whole day, really. It's a very important one. In fact, we had to overshoot our time and again, just to accommodate this conversation. And yes, indeed, this has been a challenge for this government. You cannot sacrifice unity on the altar of political expediency. But the government, I must say, has said time and again that it's important to hear all of this side, and that's why we've had you come on the program today. We have to thank you so much. This is by no means the end of the conversation. We've been speaking with Reverend Ezekiel Chomo of Church of Christ in Nations. Thank you so much. And of course, we'll be speaking to you from time to time to get updates on the security situation there. And right here in our studio, we've had Mr. Dixon Osaje, Global Security Analyst, MD.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Friday to everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope we're doing good. I see you, Rose. I see you. Romari, my darling Romari. Romantic Romari. How now? Long time, sis. I haven't seen you or heard from you in a while. I trust you're good. So good to see you. Jonathan, hi. Yes. Frank, welcome. David. Yes, so absolutely. Actually doing great for our people. Yep, absolutely. John, welcome. Greetings to everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope we're all doing well. Yeah, that's good. I have a couple more videos that I want us to share and talk about. Let me see. Welcome, guys. People should like as you enter. Please, make una like as una enter. Today na Friday. I'm already in my weekend mood. Hey, God, I beg. Now here say they don't name the financiers. Are you guys aware that they've named the financiers? Now don't read them for Sahara reporters. There are 23 suspected financiers. I see say waiting that they call them. What's his name now? What's this guy's name? I know they remember their names again. Too many people to remember. Too many people to. Is it Malami? Malami say Abubakar Malami, yeah. A whole SAN. He's clarifying his position as being on the terror list. He don't write full everywhere. If you want to go and read it, you guys can go and read it on his Twitter page. I don't even bother myself reading it. There's no point. It's pointless at this time. So he gets what's in they call him? When I say they don't give a new CDS chief, Musa, name be name. So that's all we see. Anyway, on to the next video. On to the next. I'm going to speed it up. It's like 2 hours, but
organizations
I want you guys to listen to.
The situation is dire there. We see Al-Qaeda aiming to take over the entire country. The United States acknowledges the counterterrorism efforts of the Malian armed forces against these and other terrorist organizations such as ISIS, Sahel, but the situation is worsening quickly. We remained deeply concerned about the incidents of kidnapping, the incidents of hostage taking across the Sahel as a means to finance these terrorist activities.
Okay, I don't
Unfortunately,
I'm trying to look for the hearing, the one that they did specifically with Nigeria. I'll pull that up in a minute. In the meantime, let's just.
Welcome. My name is Magnus Oraka. This is Woto TV. A couple of hours ago, I was talking to my friends and connection in the diaspora, and some of them were trying to talk me into understanding why Peter Obi should be vice, why Peter Obi should deputize Atiku. And I'm like, some of you that live abroad, you think you know Nigeria, or you think you have a higher standing about the political knowledge of Nigeria. You might be in an environment where things are working, and you are somehow fooled to think that what obtains in your environment is what should obtain in Nigeria. Trust me, you are very, very wrong. I have spent 59 years in the north. 59, 5-9. Nobody can come and tell me the understanding of northern politics. No, you cannot. That Atiku will spend 4 years. After 4 years, he will now hand over to Peter Obi. Let me tell you, if by mistake that power comes to the north, to get it back to the south, except I'm idiot, that power will never go back to the north. As far as the northern man concerned, he doesn't mind to be ruling after 4 years, not after 4 years, not after another 4 years, not. Saying that to them they believe leadership, the best form of leadership is only available in the north. If not that Tinubu has shown a great deal of tribalism, I would have supported him wholeheartedly, but he brought another type of Fulani version of Yoruba version of this useless governance. Otherwise, Tinubu serves what is happening to Northerners very, very right. Because you think you can play it, he came and showed that he can play it better. So, to you that we spoke today, if it's going to take Atiku to become the next president, Tinubu had better just complete now. Waiting. Abba, we must have to maintain, the most important thing we should be thinking of is to maintain the southern relevance in Nigerian politics. If not that Yaradua died, do you think Jonathan will be president? That is the only president, that's the only southern president that we had. Obasanjo was like a compensation for the June 12th that the North,
Yay, Michael, welcome.
A compensation.
Greetings, my brother. Israel, I greet you.
Southern presidents have not represented in reality the importance of South in the permutation of things in politics. And until we equate in some sort of political equilibrium the North and South, I will not subscribe to this. They not believe that the worst of their leadership is better than the best of the Southern leadership. Why should we not also believe that the worst of ours, Tinubu, is also better than their best? So, for me, it is non-negotiable that the South has 8 years to complete. If we cannot share 4 years Tinubu, 4 years Peter Obi, and the North wants immediately after Buhari's 8 years, then 4 years to Tinubu, then it comes back to the North again. Because the North will argue to you that since 1999, they always like to pick 1999. Nigeria didn't come together in 1999. We came together in 1960. And since then, the North has had a giant share of leadership. So that one is not even the subject of this video. The subject of this video is those people in diaspora who are now thinking that Peter Obi cannot. I know you have been paid or you have been brainwashed or for some weird reason you are tired. If you have given up, let us fight our fight alone. Stay on your own. As far as I'm concerned, if Peter Obi cannot be the next president, Jagaban, fire on.
Hey, now welcome. Please like the video as you come in. Like the video as you dey enter. Make una dey like am dey go. Hey. Oh, now this matter we still dey.
Hello out there. My name is Laolu Akode, and you are on to Inside Sources. Today, I'm skipping my take and opening the show quick conversation with the organizers of the Save Nigeria Group rally that is going to be holding tomorrow in front of the U.S. Congress in Washington, D.C. And for that segment, I'm not going to be putting on my jacket because I want to stand in solidarity with the Nigerians who will be going out tomorrow to support the intervention of the U.S. in stopping the killings in our country. And so to join me in that quick conversation, I have the National Director of the Save Nigeria Group, which is based in the U.S. and also with representative in Nigeria, who has also been on Inside Sources before, Honorable Stephen Osemwegwe. Honorable Stephen, welcome back to Inside Sources.
Thank you, Laole. Very happy to be here, and I'm excited that so much is going on and the change is on its way.
Certainly, I am persuaded, like yourself, that we don't want the Americans to invade our country. I don't think that is what is going to happen. But what they have done has put our government on their toes, and our government have become more proactive, more responsive than any time that I remember in the last 12 years. And so it is very exciting that we have such an opportunity to get our leaders to do exactly what it is that is right.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, I would beg to disagree with that, but I'll get into that in a bit.
Okay.
I believe that a lot of dress rehearsals are going on. The real truth is that our children are still in captivity. We are still hearing kidnapping every day. There's escalation here and there, and I hope actual change happens, not cosmetics.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. But let's get into it. And just to give proper context for our audience, Honorable Stephen Osemwegwe actually was one of the gubernatorial aspirants of the Labour Party in Edo State in the 2023 election. So it's not new to public affairs or issues of governance and politics in Nigeria. But let's just start. How is the event, the rally tomorrow, Monday, December 1, how is it going to turn out? How many people are you expecting, Honorable Stephen?
Thank you very much, Laulu, for that question. Well, the truth is that when we initiated the idea of coming for a rally to Capitol Hill, the conversations around what was happening in Nigeria was being held by people like our dear senator from Texas, Ted Cruz. And we were saying that as Nigerians here in America, we needed to show to the Texas senator that there are Nigerians here that are aware that the issue of genocide against Christians in Nigeria is a credible truth. Because voices were already accusing Ted Cruz that is not true, the Texas senator does not know Nigeria. So we MVC is going to Capitol Hill to support Ted Cruz's bill and also to call for President Trump to redesignate Nigeria as a CPC. Little did we know that a few weeks later, Trump will go ahead and take over even the issue and bring it to the front of everybody's attention. So right now, we were anticipating a small rally for about 50 to 100 persons. I can tell you today, as I speak to you now, we have a positive problem. More than 1,000 people have already registered on Eventbrite to attend. Our venue is even too small to contain the number of people. And I'm not telling you Nigerians, I'm telling you Americans that are concerned about what is happening. The truth is that this thing can no longer be hidden. The videos are there. The mass graves are there. The witnesses are there. On this rally today, we're going to be having someone like Michael Arnold, who will be our keynote speaker. He's coming from Texas. Michael Arnold is the one that went to Abuja and flipped the script and spoke the truth, that the Christian genocide in Nigeria is systematic. It is something that is undeniable. And the IDPs are there as witnesses. We're also going to have Frank Oto, who is from Yalewata. He lost over 38 members of his own family. He will be there tomorrow. He lost over 270 of his own village. He will be there tomorrow. We have several people who have gone through this. So the Americans will meet witnesses of the genocide against Christians. Yes, the argument is always thrown about in the media in Nigeria that other Muslims are dying, other people are dying. But according to Reverend Ezekiel Dakomo, who is killing the Muslims or the Christians? Should anybody die at all? The function of any government is the protection of life and property. And our government has failed spectacularly in that role. So we are going to Congress tomorrow to ask for bills that are before the Congress, such as the Christmas bill 860, talking about this genocide, and Rally Moore's bill 866, we want those bills to be passed urgently, as well as the Senate bill 2747 of Ted Cruz. Why do we want bills to be passed in Congress, and why are we going to Capitol Hill December 1st? We're going there because we understand that redesignating Nigeria as a country of particular concern alone does not solve the problem. Until the sponsors and the backers of this genocide, until their pocketbooks can be hit, which is what Ted Cruz is doing. He wants a bill that will sanction the identified sponsors of this insecurity. That's why we want that bill to be passed. And also, we're going to...
Guys, please double tap the screen device to like. The likes are pretty low. Please double tap your screen device to like the show as you come in. If you have already done so, thank you very much. But please, guys, continue to double tap on the screen, on your screen device, or click on the three dots on the right hand corner to like the video, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much.
Congress tomorrow to thank President Trump for being the first president to speak on the issue, not calling it climate change, farmer header class, calling it what it is, a genocide against Nigerian Christians, because in the last 10 years, according to the numbers that have been verified, 19,100 churches have been burned or vandalized. More than 100,000 Christians have been killed. We have millions in IDP camps, and a large percentage of them, 90% at least, are Christians. In my home state of Edo, you mentioned Edo, during the campaign of Edo, I found an IDP camp in Edo that I never knew existed in Ovia Northeast. That camp had been there for over a decade. Those people were from Southern Borno, and they were all Christians in Edo State. That camp is still there. Some of them reached out to me and said, we know you are from Edo State, you are very active in helping Edo people. We have 3,000 IDPs in our care. Home for the Needy, that's the name of it. They said they will be watching our rally live. So the enthusiasm about the rally tomorrow is very big, because people recognize that this is an opportunity for Nigeria. If our government was sincere, they will be the one asking for help. I listened to our former President Obasanjo speaking yesterday, that when your government has failed to protect you, you have the right to call for help. We are part of an international community. And I'm very delighted that with support we are getting from the churches around America, the evangelicals, the Catholics, the Protestants. They are coming tomorrow in solidarity with the victims of Nigeria, whose voices have not been heard for so long. For so long, it has been denied. Our government denied the reality. But today, the world is watching. And tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Capitol grounds, we know that the numbers will be huge, simply because this issue is at the front burner of the world. And I believe that if our government knows what is right, they should be welcoming help, because already it is proven by the empirical fact that they cannot do this alone. How can you go to St. Mary's Catholic Church and kidnap 315 girls or so? To carry 300 people to a venue, you have to get buses. You have to feed these people. How are these people able to do this blatantly, and you say you have a government, when the role of a government is the protection of life and property? I want to quickly add that the goal of Boko Haram is Western education is evil. And today we have schools closing in Niger, that school's closing in Kebbi, that school's closing in Kwara. So they are already achieving their aim because our government has failed. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., all those around the DMV area, which is Maryland, Virginia, and DC, they will be coming up to join us. And our event is very brief. It's 2 hours because it's cold. The winter storm is coming. So we will be very brief. So if you want to join us, be there on time, 11 a.m. no African time. Okay. So I want to thank you, Laulu.
Okay, I mean, thank you for your love, and the patriotism that is driving this. I myself, I just came back, from a trip to the U.S. I was at the Capitol Hill last week, Thursday, and I also know that the Nigerian government, sent a delegation that was led by the National Security Advisor, Mr. Nuhu Badu, to meet with U.S. government officials. They also met Congressman Christopher Smith of New Jersey, who is the chair of the Subcommittee on Africa, and also Congressman Riley Moore from West Virginia, who is also a member of that subcommittee. So don't you think that the government is already trying to see how they can work with the Americans, because they met with the Secretary of War. I believe they met with some officials of State Department, and they seem to have now developed a joint working group of Nigerians and American officials on how America can help us. What's your response to that attempt?
So, I'm pretty sure we have said that if the government was sincere, they would have been going to call for help. It's like a man whose roof is leaking. You will not sit on it. The truth is that I saw the visit by the high-power delegation led by our NSA, Ribado. But I think it's coming a bit too late, sir. This crisis did not start in this administration. It has been festering. What we are now seeing is an escalation. And why would they even wait until Nigerians have cried all the way to the Congress halls of America before you are talking about delegation? And what is the delegation that they want to collaborate? Well, personally, I don't trust that the Nigerian government is sincere to confront this, because in Kwara State, we saw an invasion in the church of CAC where people were killed and others were kidnapped and with ransom. Bayo Onunuga came out to say, they called them to say, the law-abiding terrorists, can you please return the people? He could not even be honest with Nigerians, telling us that he did not pay ransom. And those people went ahead and kidnapped another 11 after releasing the churchgoers they held. We also have seen several efforts whereby the government are paying bandits or negotiating with them in the north. How can American government be partnering with somebody that negotiates with terrorists? I just want to let you know that on our own, based on this rally and all our efforts as Save Nigeria Group, the State Department has invited us to come with a high-powered delegation to sit with them after the rally tomorrow. So we are going to be meeting with the State Department to let them know what the truth is, that we do need external help because our government is not sincere. Many people have claimed that they called the army, they called the police before attack, 24 hours. They did not show up. After the people have been killed, then they will come and start asking questions. The truth is that our government is not sincere. So at the State Department tomorrow, we are not just going to go there. We are going to go with a list of those we have verified in our government that's supposed to be asked questions, people that the U.S. government should investigate as part of the real sponsors of this crime. So tomorrow we are going to the State Department. Beyond that, the media here, they want to learn more from us. They do no longer believe what they hear from Abuja. They want to hear from ordinary Nigerians like myself who know what is happening, that knows the government is not sincere. And I will be delighted that at the rally tomorrow, Nigerians will come and hear from the victims. I'm from Edo State. I'm not in the front lines of this, but the thing is creeping down south. They are now coming through Kwara. Before you know it, where are they going to stop? In Edo State, Laulu, people are already paying ransom to Fulani militia to go to a farm in Edo North. You saw a video that went viral. The husband and the wife that was kidnapped. They were asking for 100,000, and they are still kidnappers there. A priest from Southern Kaduna just died in captivity, and his wife and daughter are still there. So this issue is not something that New Ribadu can come to America and say nothing to see here, just collaborate with us, give us money, give us weapons. Some of the weapons that they even get, we have heard rumors that these things end up with the terrorists. So how are we sure if America partners with this government that we can get a solution? I don't believe so. I believe that we need an international high-power delegation that will use both diplomatic and kinetic means to take out the terrorists whose locations are known, but for some reason, Bayo Onunuga said they know where, they know who they are, they have their phone number. But for some reason, they are not willing to take them out. So we need the United States and the coalition of the international community to take these people out and protect our lives and save our communities. And lastly, until the IDPs are returned to their homes, this issue is far from over.
Okay, I mean, just before we wrap it up, you are not asking for an American invasion of Nigeria. I want to get that one straight.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not asking for an American invasion of Nigeria. And Trump never said he was going to invade Nigeria. America does not have time to invade. What is it? America is even offering help to help us take out the terrorists that has already invaded. A lot of people say that we're a sovereign nation. Well, Boko Haram will disagree. The Fulani militia committing the genocide, they will disagree. Our sovereignty has already been taken over by the maritime terrorists. How can you have a church service and people go in there and shoot and pack parishioners and churchgoers, and you say you have sovereignty? America is offering what Trump offered. He said, kill the terrorists that is killing the Christians and other Nigerians. Not only Christians, other people that are being killed, or we will do it for you. Who would have thought between now and on November 1st and now that our government would have helped Trump, who is very, very serious, and take out the terrorists? But what do we see? We see ransom being paid. We see kidnapping of even escalation. Now people are afraid to go to church. People are taking their children away from school. How can we continue like this? It is clear that we need help to help us take out the terrorists, not invade Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. I believe in our sovereignty. I believe in our survival and unity and progress. I am happy that we have a country as powerful as the United States willing to help us. I'm not talking that they're willing, they're able, because they know how to take out terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, very important point. To your point about the involvement of the U.S. government and society, in my own last trip, this recent trip, I found out that the American president is not joking around at all. This matter has been taken to the United Nations, I don't think formally yet, but there are already events on the sidelines of the United Nations, including the one that the U.S. ambassador to the UN hosted, Nicki Minaj. And I found out that on radio and TV, while I was in the U.S. for about 2 weeks, I found out that this issue was constantly being discussed on radio and on TV. I mean, especially stations such as Fox. So I agree with you entirely that this is a big deal to the Americans, and I've also tried to express the fact that clearly the Americans are not going to relent on this matter. Now, I wish that we have a united rhetoric, that doesn't bring division, because quite a lot of our people have been saying, oh, it's not only Christians. Yes, Muslims are also involved. And this is why the next question I want to ask you is very important. Now, during the congressional hearing last week, it was stated clearly by the congressmen and the representative of the State Department that spoke at that congressional hearing, two of them, Mr. Jacob McGee and Mr. Jonathan Pratt. They said that after the designation, there is also a toolkit, and both themselves from the State Department and the U.S. Congress said one of the toolkits includes the collaboration that must happen between the State Department and the Treasury Department to target individuals in Nigeria who are supporting this horrific violence, to go after their assets, to freeze their assets, to impose visa bans and other specific targeted sanctions against particular individuals. Now, you have also said that the State Department has asked you to come up with a list. I want to ask you, how do you think that can effectively help us to expose some of the people that are behind this thing? Before you respond, I recollect that Pastor E.A. Adeboye at the last Holy Ghost service actually also asked the president that, look, don't just go after the terrorists, go after their sponsors and their backers. And he made a point, he said, regardless of how influential those people may be. Do you think we are getting close, to dealing with this situation with all these opportunities that are now coming up, Stephen?
Thank you very much, Laolu. The truth is that the United States government should not be the one sanctioning the sponsors of the terrorism that is ravaging Nigeria. This is a very factual point to tell you that the Nigerian government is not sincere. I have it on good authority that the United Arab Emirates gave a list of sponsors of Boko Haram to the Nigerian government, to the then former president, late President Buhari. The government of Nigeria sat on that list. Guess what? The United States has also that list. That list is actually expansive. Ted Cruz said, we know the sponsors. We also know that Nigerian government know the sponsors. And whether they be in government, in religious circles, in business, they will be sanctioned. And if you want to do international trade, there's something they call the Banditry Act. It will not just freeze your asset in America. Like some of them are already saying, I have assets in Dubai. I will not go to America. Guess what? The Banditry Act will freeze your asset everywhere in the world. You will have to stay with Nigeria and in the terror. So the good news of this sanction is that it will hit home to those funding this jihad, because these guys are not funding themselves. Our government, if they were sincere, would sanction those people themselves. Our government, if they were sincere, will bomb those people themselves. Obasanjo, former President Obasanjo said, and I quote, if our government wanted to take this out, they have drones. Why negotiating and apologizing with terrorists? How can people take your daughters and rape them, and you will be negotiating with them? I heard Shegumi saying that they are just ordinary people. They just kidnap because they are hungry. Excuse me, Sir Shegumi. They are not hungry. They are terrorists. And a serious government do not negotiate with terrorists. America sees what is happening. Nigerian government knows the sponsor. They are not acting. And guess what? The US government has had enough. Because we have cried to them that Christians are being killed, Muslims are being killed. We don't want anybody to be killed. We know that Muslims are also bearing the brunt. We're not saying that they are not being killed. But our point is that nobody should be killed.
Right.
Nigerians should be able to live freely anywhere they like and be safe. And until that is done, don't blame the United States for their sanctions. Because indeed, sanctions are coming.
Absolutely, absolutely. Last question, Stevie. So the Nigerian president, in his defense, on Wednesday, a few days ago, declared a national security emergency, and he issued a few directives to ramp up the numbers, the troops on the ground, and all of that. How do you respond to that?
I would say that is a step in the right direction, but it is coming 2 years too late. Because I would have expected when the president came into, as he declared subsidy is gone, he would have said terrorism is gone. He would have said no separate cows. We have seen a government that is interested in 2027, turning our country to a one-party state, gallivanting like you are in charge when terrorists are actually in charge. We have the doubt to know who is actually in charge of Nigeria. Because if Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in charge, these terrorists would not be marooding the way they are. Radimon asked the question, Laulu. He said, how come Nigerians are not allowed to have weapons? But these terrorists have RPG, AK-47s, and they are going about. Why don't you disarm them? The question that could not be answered in Congress is this. They are not disarmed because our government know who they are. And our auntie from the north, Injatu, said before the elections in 2023 that she went to London to see Tinubu and asked him, what's your plan for the north? What's your blueprint? And she said, and I quote, Tinubu said, I have no blueprint. They will kill me if there are too many toes. Now, I don't have a reason to doubt her, but what we are seeing, we are afraid that there are some sacred cows that our President Tinubu is afraid to touch, and America will not sit back. The world will not sit back and allow the genocide against Nigerian Christians, the genocide against Nigerian Muslims to continue. So do not blame others when they are coming to help you put out your fire. Since you have refused to touch toes, the president should have touched toes 2 years ago. So the emergency declaration is 2 years too late, and it's all window dressing. I have no confidence in it. We talked about state police for the longest. Why don't we have state police? You live in America, Laolu. We have county police. We have even university police. We have state police. We have federal police, FBI. Why don't we have state police, local government police, so that people can protect themselves? Only the terrorists are armed in Nigeria. Why? How come people in Yalewata, people in the Plateau, Southern Kaduna, are less? Why these marauders are killing people and butchering women? It's not right. Our president is just declaring the state of emergency, maybe for the outside world, where we are Nigerians. We don't take it seriously until we see results.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Stephen Osemwegwe, the National Director of the Save Nigeria Group in the U.S., organizers of the rally tomorrow, Monday, December 1, in Washington, D.C. I wish you all the best, and I wish our country all the best.
Okay, so you guys know that already happened. And you guys saw the live stream. I shared it with you guys. So yeah, but I brought this interview because I think it was very important for us to listen to, and that has actually happened. So some people did meet with high-ranking officers of the Senate, and some people met with some of the reps. I was privileged to meet one or two of them. But there's still people left in Washington, D.C. that are making the rounds because they have to provide their collating the list of names of the sponsors of this terrorism and those that have played a role one way or the other, no matter how small. So they're collating them and they're presenting their names. So it's an ongoing thing, and there are people still left in Washington that are doing that. So I want you guys to continue to watch out for the space, because there'll be more information coming out, The reps and the senators are very, very angry about what's going on in Nigeria. You know, some of them grew up in Nigeria, apparently. Some of them went to school in Jos, in places like Jos. Some of them grew up in the West, you know. Some of them grew up in the Middle Belt, apart from Jos, you know. So I got to learn a lot about some of these people that I didn't even know. Niger influence strong. Let me just put it that way. So yeah, I just wanted to play this video because it was very, very on point, and it spoke a lot to some of the concerns that we've shared. Like, we need to name these people and shame them. And by the way, let me just say, those 23 names that they are talking about, those people may not even be the people that are directly receiving or directly like the top people. They're probably just the smaller guys that you see when you have money. Because I know some of them, in some of the reports, they were saying that they found money of about $600,000 or $600 million in somebody's account in America and all of that. It's coming. You're going to hear more names. 23 does not cut it. There are more names to come. Anyway, let's just continue. I just wanted to put that out there.
Now, who is
yes, they are also Kene, welcome. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm pausing, but this is very important, you know. So yes, so that was one of the things that we spoke about. Like, we need Tinubu's FBI files unredacted, released. That's one of the top ones that we demanded for. We need his records to be released. And also, there were some college students that came. College students that saw what was happening on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram. The ones I spoke to, they said they found out on Instagram. And they're in school. I think one of them came from Notre Dame University and another university. I can't remember which other one. They came, they had, apparently it was their they have this civic responsibility thing that they do. Some of you who went to school here may know. Right? If you went to college, first degree here, you probably would know. So anyway, so it allows them to visit their reps or, you know, whichever rep or senator, whatever. So they came, you know, and they got some t-shirts to wear showing our fight and all of that. And they got more educated about what's going on. And also, we provided them with information to take with them. If they have platforms to continue to help us push it out there. You know, so yeah, Tinubu's certificate is one of the top ones that was listed. That we must see what's in the inside that record. It must be released. You understand? Yes. Thank you very much, Temi. Welcome, Temi. It's been a while, Temi. Welcome. Good to see you, sis. Which other one? Yeah, we had 400 guys. Please continue to double tap the screen if you have not yet liked. Please like, or click on the 3 dots on the corner to like the show, share, subscribe, please. We had 400 names of financiers in the list sent by Saudi Arabia and UAE government exactly. So they sat on that list, as you are aware, right? So that list is going to come out. They don't get choice. Now make me talk, say this 23 that they mentioned with Sahara reporters is just scratching the surface. A lot more is going to come out. We need to brace ourselves, right? I'm not bracing because we already know the whole place don't scatter. I know saying most of us for here, there's nothing to brace. We just want to see the evil come out. We want to see it. Let the stench come out. Let's see what's under the carpet so that we can build something from on top. Now, for me, I say let's separate Nigeria. I'm sorry. You see, these Muslim terrorists, they are not going to end. The most educated ones that I've had the opportunity to have conversations with, my goodness, no matter how educated they are, they still believe in the Sharia and they believe in what they are doing. I'm sorry, guys. I think we should brace ourselves up for a breakup of some sort. Maybe the North will have to go on their own so that they can practice their Sharia in peace. I really want that for them, to be honest. I don't think that anybody should dictate how anyone should serve or worship their God, right? But it shouldn't be at the expense of my own life or the lives of my people. It should not be. So it's okay, right? There's not be quarrel, not be fight. I think there's a possibility that that's going to happen. We still have to, because Nigerians, you don't have elders. You don't have any politician who has the charisma to be able to carry everybody along. I am afraid that if Nigeria remains the way it is, the children yet unborn, those that are coming after, they're going to suffer a greater fate. Because the hunger that these terrorists have, no go die. Do you know how long they've been planning? They've been planning this for centuries. You think they're just going to wake up one day and say, oh, we don't want it anymore? No. So anyway, that's just an addition. I just wanted to put it out there. Thank you, Kene. Thank you. I hope you watched the video. I'll not see you for the live, but I'm sure you caught up later on. From the ocean, from the desert to the ocean, exactly. How do you make of that? What do you make of that? Even if Peter Obi entered today, I'm sorry. That conversation needs to be had. There's no amount of, oh, we are not one. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's do regional. But the rest of us can do regional, but let the North go. I beg una. God forbid. Can you imagine living this world and you have people that have come after you and that are going to be turned into slaves? Hey, God. That these people are planning to turn into slaves because of their religion. I'm sorry, oh. I'm sorry. Not be quarrel, not be fight. It's not a place of hate. It's a place of live and let live. If that's what you want. I've sat down and I've had conversations like, do you understand that your religion is impacting my own life, my style, my freedom to live? Do you understand? Well, I mean, Islam is peaceful. Tell me, give me 5 reasons why you say it is peaceful. Break it down. Let me understand. They can't break it down because they still hold on very tightly to their very vicious and wicked. No, I'm sorry, people, Nigerians, let's be very factual here. All of us need to be thinking, I beg, let's put no sentiments, no be by force. Day your day, do your Islam, practice your religion. If you like, chop up all your people's hands and legs. That's you. That's what you people have chosen. Please, don't use your reggae to come and spoil my blues. Day your day. The rest of us can choose regionalism and say, okay, you from the west, do your own, choose your leaders. You from the east, do your own, choose your, those ones, Niger Delta people, choose your own. I'm telling you, that is what it needs to get to. Because we're waiting, I don't see, I don't hear this past couple of days. No. Omo, a new dawn for Nigeria. There's no amount, even if Peter Obi enter with all his sweet voice, no. I'm happy he's one that will listen. We want to go our own. I beg. By the time you fence your wall around, anybody is coming into your community, you go know them. What you define, who you be. No, we do not accept Islamic terrorism and practices here. Please, no quarrel, no fight. Let them be going to their Islamic country where they chop off people's heads. We don't do that here. Let's be telling each other the truth. Omo, my ear don't fool. Nah, there's no longer pretense. And if you're here by any chance, I am Muslim, I don't have anything against you. Honestly, do not. I don't have anything against you. I don't have anything against your religion. I just want you to have the freedom to practice it the way you want. Do you understand? So me, I know I'm not going to go there because I cannot abide with your rules and your whatever. So be in your corner and be doing your thing. I don't have anything. It's not anger. It's not bitterness. It's not quarrel. I appreciate you as a human being. But we not feel live together. Now so I wish. Now dear I did right now. Okay, let's continue.
Annie from Borno State is joining us today to discuss the state of things with the issue of the killings in Nigeria and the international dimension. I'd like to welcome back to Inside Sources, Prophet Issa El-Buba. Prophet, you're welcome back to Inside Sources.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you and thank you for all that you're doing for Nigeria. I'm actually a Kanuri Fulani man.
Okay, yeah, the correction taken, the Kanuri Fulani man. I want to start, Prophet, from how did you feel, because I saw that you were at the redemption camp, the redemption city, when Pastor E. Adeboye had to come out openly to say to the government that, look, it's important to deal with the terrorists, but not just deal with the terrorists, to deal with the financiers and the supporters.
Please, oh guys, continue to double tap your screen device for me. I beg, make una no vex. If wetin I talk just now make some of una vex, it's okay. Vexing is allowed, you know. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to always say things you want to hear. I'm not even that kind of person. The things I say, some people don't like it. It's okay. We are human beings. There are places I go to, I hear what I don't like, you know, but I take it like that. Na so life be. So if I talk wetin make una vex, una not like am, it's okay. Please, all the same, just help me like, double tap the video to like. You understand? So that when I come, if you want to abuse me, you go know, say, okay, I dey life, let me go and abuse this girl. Do you understand? So double tap your screen device to like for me, or click on the 3 dots on the right hand corner. Like the show, share, subscribe. Gbemi debe, you understand? Let me move forward to the permanent side. Thank you very much as you like. I appreciate.
Of terror, and he said, regardless of how influential they may be. Let us start the conversation from there. How did you feel, you know, when Pastor Adeboye was making that important counsel?
I will tell you the truth. That is the voice of, let me use the word, the pastor of the nation. This is the largest denomination in the entire world as of today. And Daddy Adeboye is not giving to emotions, and is not giving to sentiments. And so for him to come out and say what he said tells you a lot. And as an elder and a grandfather, today Pastor Adeboye is 83 years old.
Yes.
And so he has seen the different phases of Nigeria. And so I am excited. We are excited, let me be honest with you. We just finished a national congress where we had representatives from all over the 36 states of Nigeria. And everybody is excited at that statement, because that is the truth and nothing but the truth and the only truth. And so for Pastor Adeboye to come out and not being diplomatic in giving it, but exactly what is the root cause. You see, when you are dealing with a case and you go right to the root cause, it's just like if you are having a water flowing on your tap, then you go to the source and you lock it. You realize that the tap will stop flowing, the water will dry. What he said is the root, and the moment that root is blocked, everything will come to an end. This is something we've been crying for over 25 years. We've been groaning, we've been crying for the nation to hear our voice, hear us out. This is going on. When it began with the killing and the attack on Christians and Christians, every other place was like people were just quiet and celebrated. And we were saying this thing is going to engulf everybody. Look, listen to us, attend to us. We cannot continue to be having blood of our brothers and sisters. And we cannot be in tension when we are in church services. We cannot continue to be carrying our women whose stomach are torn open and babies whose heads are crushed. We went through all of that. It's a gory thing that it's not a good one that anybody can watch. And so we are carrying those pain, we are carrying those injuries. And so the times where we have held our peace, and the times where some of the times when the attack comes, and then we just have to defend ourselves because that is responsibility. The whole thing will be turned on us again. It will turn on the church that we were the ones who went attacking and all of that. But we were saying, watch it. This thing is coming, but it's going to cost the country. And so right now, God has heard our prayer, and he has to raise people from all over the world. So right now, it's not just about only the Christians, but even the Hausa community, and innocent lives in Nigeria, the Muslims that are also being killed. It is the cry of the Christians that has woken up the entire world, because blood is blood. And this genocide that has been going on and on, for me and for us, we are happy. We are happy at this point. You can imagine I was at the funeral of 510 killed in one night. One night. Wow. I was in another funeral of 200 killed in one night. Wow. One night. And so we've been in different places and we've had this experience and crying out to God, crying out also that humanity will hear us. So this is an answer prayer. My own advice in terms of the way the church should handle this matter is to keep praying. That's one. Keep praying. We should never stop praying because there's a spiritual dimension to what is going on. These people are demonic. But the ones in government, the ones that are in business, who are funding it, who are supporting these killers, and the ones that are on the field, they are foot soldiers. There is a spiritual dimension which the Bible calls it the spirit of wickedness. At the second time, apart from praying, we need to voice out, we need to continue to put the pressure on the government until the government does what is right for all Nigerians. What is right for all Nigerians? That should be the position of the church for all Nigerians. Number three, every Christian must be safe in every location. There is the genocide of what is going on in terms of killing. There is the persecution of identity. That a Christian that is in Katsina or in Sokoto cannot get a free land for him to build a church, cannot get the papers, the certificate of occupancy. And if you're a Christian, there are certain courses you cannot get in the university in the northern Nigeria. There are certain things you cannot, there are certain positions you cannot get because of your faith. So this is the fourth thing that the church should continue to advocate until there is equality, until there is a playing ground where every citizen will feel that he is a Nigerian and must be respected as a Nigerian. Every Christian and I will join now with every moderate Muslim should defend themselves, to protect themselves. We should all stay alert. These people are bent on bringing Nigeria down. We must all stay alert and then collaborate with the international community that has shown interest in supporting us, partnering with us. We are not asking them to come and control us. No, not to come and control us, but partner with us, give us what is required in terms of intelligence, in terms of area surveillance, so that the training camps of these terrorists will all be wiped out, and also their sponsor, the presidency. I tell you this, and I'm not missing word. Right in the presidency, there are people there. I have mentioned them before, and I can mention them now. They are there. They are part of the sponsors of these terrorists. So the president knows their name. The president should have the political will to bring them out publicly and deal with it. That will give hope to Nigerians. That will give hope to the ordinary Nigerians. There are members of the Senate who are part of the organizers, sponsors of these terrorists. Is there. Why would the president not arrest these people and bring them to book? Nobody should be above the law in this country.
Absolutely.
Nobody should be above the law. Because one thing is, any truth that you try to play down, then you can never get your freedom and your liberty. But if you walk with truth, then liberty will come. This is what every Christian should stand for. We should not keep silent. We should not keep silent. It is time to actually speak more louder, more united, and until this evil comes to an end in our nation.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prophet. I am excited also because I see a clear opportunity for our country to get to the end of this evil. Because quite frankly, to have the President of the United States, talking about this matter regularly. I just came back a few days ago from the US. I was at the US congressional hearing, and I could see that not only the President of the US, his cabinet members, even on the radio in the US, on the TV in the US, this matter is now becoming some kind of a priority. So I wanted to ask you, two things. Now, how do we manage this opportunity, Prophet, in a way that does not divide Nigerians? Because yes, there are Christians that are being killed. I know about that. You know about that. We know that there is Christian genocide, but we also know that Muslims are also being killed. So how do we manage this opportunity going forward so that it does not become a matter of division, Prophet?
I will tell you this. I'm here in the north. We had just held a national prayer against genocide. Muslims were among us.
Fantastic.
Muslims were among the Christians.
Fantastic.
When we had the prayer this afternoon.
Fantastic.
In church here. Now, I will tell you that a lot of Northerners are tired. They are tired. The Muslims, the moderate Muslims are tired. But I will tell you, the people who are speaking louder are the Fulani, let me use the word, terrorist imams. They are the ones who are speaking violence and who are speaking against America and all of that, trying to instigate and stir up. People like Gumi, he's lied. But if you look at the Islamic clerics from outside extraction, you realize that they are aligning because America did not say they are coming to fight Muslims. America say we want to partner to deal with the terrorists. To deal with the terrorists. So this is the best opportunity that the president of Nigeria has. I'm telling you, it's the best opportunity to deal with these terrorists because we can't continue. I'm feeling the pain as I'm talking to you. We lost an army brigadier general.
Wow, true.
Uba is not a Christian. Uba, I believe, is a Muslim. We lost an army general. We lost innocent soldiers, sincere soldiers. But then you realize we are losing them. We lost police officers. Few days ago in Banditry, we lost them to the hands of these Fulani terrorists. Now, listen to the people that are calling for amnesty or whatever, pardon for terrorists, for killers. They try to compare it with the South militancy demand, right? You can't compare the two. The South, whatever, they didn't go home to home. They didn't burn houses. They were demanding from government. They went after government, demanding government to give attention to them. It's their oil.
Yeah.
But this one, what has an ordinary villager, an ordinary farmer, you will go to their house, just like what happened recently in Zamfara. They went to the house, burnt down to the people in their houses because they are house house. The people that are doing this are Fulani militants. We must call it by its name. And it is time for the Muslims, and I'm saying this, it is time for the Muslim community, the modern Muslims, to all rise up with one voice and speak against these people that are coming out from among them, destroying the image of Islam. This is not the Nigeria I grew up in. I was born a Muslim. I grew up a Muslim. We lived in a family with my Muslim brothers. But you realize that these jihadists, all of them come in the name of Allah. All of them come in the name of Islam. They will not carry out any killing without saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. There is none. And the golden part of it is sometimes you will see them carry knife, carry knife and slaughter Nigerians for no crime. For no crime. Just because they believe that they have an agenda called Usman agenda, that they must colonize, they must take over Nigeria. This is the best opportunity. America has all it takes in terms of intelligence, in terms of the in terms of the weapons, in terms of areas, surveillance. They will help us. They will help our army. I'm telling you, I'm speaking to you here. I'm speaking to you with deep pain in my heart. I just look at our military guys. I have some of them in the field. You need to see the video they send to you because I pray for them every day. I fast for them every day. You see these soldiers, they have families. Yes. They're not well equipped. The system is so corrupt. And so if there's an international partnership, America is not coming to do anything. The only thing for the president of America, the most powerful man on earth, to say today that, hey, the genocide must stop, the killing must stop. I think we should appreciate God that America could listen. If probably we had ambassadors and the president going to seek for this attention, probably we might not get this attention. But God made it easy for us. And so it is time to partner in terms of intelligence, in terms of certain areas, surveillance. Why? Because we are having even terrorists in the military. We are having them in the presidency. America will be able to help us to deal with the training camps, to deal with the road, the corridor these terrorists are using, and clear them. That's what we need. The bloodletting must stop. Must stop. Just look at yesterday. If I bring out the statistic yesterday only of number of people we have lost yesterday, it will surprise you. And so this is the best time that we must agree together. There are certain Islamic clerics in northern Nigeria. The government genuinely, and this is not just a suggestion, it's a demand to the president of Nigeria, because everything stops on his death. These people should be arrested. You need to hear them. It's violence that comes out of their mouth. Can you imagine one of the Islamic clerics? He said it is better for him to live with the killers, than for him to live with any Christian in northern Nigeria. Can you imagine that? Wow. Can you imagine that? Look at that. And this person will be allowed to be working freely in this country. Can you imagine Kumi, what he's saying? He said, please, don't get anybody into government that will use their weapon to go after our army. He used the word, our army, in the bushes. So this thing is intentional. This thing is deliberate. And they are trying to resurrect the ancient plot that it will come to pass that they must take it in the ocean of Nigeria. And this will not happen in this country. So Nigeria and Nigerians, let's forget about whatever. I'm telling you this right now. The Northerners are the ones that are suffering more. You can't travel freely. Recently, I was to go to Kebbi, and then from Kebbi to Katsina. From Katsina, I was going to go to Tampara. You need to see the fear. You can't travel easily. By road, they will carry everybody, take you to the bush, rape the women, flog the men. Oh God, oh God, oh God. You will see the way people are dehumanized. Then somebody will be sitting down in the villa talking nonsense. As if we don't see. I feel the pain. Because a lot of younger people are giving up on this country. They're struggling like children, struggling, growing up, fighting this thing. They are graduates. They have their children. I asked them to return back to Nigeria because for Nigeria will be great. Then you are having some elders and some people who are bent on destroying this country. No. No. We stand with America. And it will come to pass. This is the time to liberate Nigerians. Many have gone untimely.
Thank you so much, Prophet. And I do understand the passion. I used to lead an organization when I was in the United States, Christian Association of Nigerian Americans, and I felt, that was the time that I felt the impact of what was happening, the persecution and the violence, because I interacted with a lot of the victims. So I understand exactly how you feel. The next question I want to ask you as we begin to wrap up is that Pastor Adeboye said it publicly that he gave this same advice to President Buhari, and that President Buhari started to implement it, but he did not go all the way. So I want you, now that Pastor Adeboye has given the same advice to President Tinubu, I want you to directly now address President Tinubu of what youth expect him, what Nigerians expect him to do at this time of our history. Please address this specifically. What do you want the president to do? If you had the opportunity to speak to him, what will you tell him, Prophet?
Number one, what I'm going to tell the president of Nigeria is that he must realize this, that God has given him one of the rarest opportunities to rewrite history. He has one of the rarest opportunities to rewrite history. And it should be on the part of the masses. It should be on the part of Nigeria. One thing I will say to him, we had cried out, I was to be arrested by President Buhari several times because I was crying out against this. And I warned the Southerners, if you don't join us in this battle, it will come to you. We've seen it. We've seen the way now they have moved over into the Southwest. It's time he stands up as the president of Nigeria, as the commander-in-chief. Nobody can do him nothing. Nobody can do anything to him. And it is time for him to stand up and give order. I will advise he should invite some of the retired chief of defense staff and form them as a committee and a team to use them. In the next 72 hours, I tell you, if there is a direct order to the foot soldiers on the ground, they will smoke these guys. General Gwa is there. General Musa that was just retired is there. General Theophilus Danjuma is there. And few others, they are there. Why will he not pull them together? He should not depend on his minister of defense. And I'm saying this truth. He should not. Neither his chief security national advisor, Rebadu, he should not. He should take the bull by the horn and go after these people. If he's thinking about the support of a minority of my own tribe called Fulani for his presidency, then he's missing it. Nigerians are more in number that will give him, if he does the right thing, then he will have what he's looking for. But if he does not stand with the people, I'm telling you, he's also going to go down, because God will surely raise a deliverer for us. So, Mr. President, the Lord is bleeding. I toured the entire country. I just finished my tour in all the 37 states with Abuja. I went state by state. I went by road all through this journey. Nigeria is bleeding. Nigeria is bleeding. Nigerians are going through pain. And it is time for you to partner with America. I will advise you, Mr. President, partner with Donald Trump. Let them give you the strategy of what is required together, not to come and control you, but to come and partner with you and smoke these people out. Let me say this to you. They are planning to destabilize the country for their political desires or whatever. I'm telling you what is on ground. They are planning to set everywhere on fire, that Nigeria will become ungovernable for them to take over. But if he does the right thing, he will not sink with them. But rather, God will show him mercy, and all of us Nigerians will rejoice, because I believe the end of it has come. Yes. And so the advice that Pastor Omoye gave, these are advice from an elder statesman, from a father, from a grandfather. Pastor Omoye doesn't talk anyhow. Before he speaks, he has consulted with God. And so all of us, we are standing right now saying the president should give an order. We want to see our military all mobilized to go into the forest, go into the mountain, go into the riverine areas and smoke these people out. Our soldiers are crying. I have videos of soldiers that are my disciples. They said to me, Daddy, we want to deal with them, but we will see them passing. You want to raise your gun, you will hear that there is an order not to shoot. There is an order not to shoot. And instead of our soldiers winning, it is the same terrorists that will come after our soldiers and throw rocket launchers and throw bombs. We are losing soldiers in their drones. So I advise that the president should feel the pain of the slaughtered people, of the innocent farmers in Kano, in Sahara, in Plateau, in Benue. If you listen to their cry, in Chibok, right now, in Borno State, they have come back again. They have regrouped. They have regrouped. They have been empowered to come back, and they are dealing with our soldiers. But if the president goes out, this matter will come to an end. We will stand with the president. Nigerians will stand with him. Let him take this step and let him hear the sound that will go all over the nation. And by the grace of God, I will say this, that we are ready, we are prepared, we are no longer going to be keeping silent, we are no longer going to be closing our eyes in prayer, we are going to watch and we will defend ourselves. We are mobilizing our young people, both Muslims and Christians, to go after the sponsors. The Nigeria will see the sponsors, because they are known in Kano, they are known in Katsina, they are known in Bauchi.
Thank you.
So I advise the president of Nigeria to honestly partner, and the time is now. Now is the time, and it is now. And to all Nigerians, our mumu don't do, our passivity. When good people keep silent, evil will continue. It's time we all rise up to rally. It's time we all step out. If Americans, if Belgians, if people in other nations will be coming out for us, an ordinary American has nothing to do with Nigeria, but is coming out to say this must come to an end. We Nigerians must step out. The government must not harass people that are desiring that this nation works for all. The government should harass Islamic clerics that are stirring up this And lastly, Mr. President, bring an end to Islamic law in northern Nigeria. Bring an end to this. Approve Nigeria community policing. Don't listen to them. This will help us to be able to safeguard our community with our people, both our houses, both our Kanuri people, ordinary people, and our Muslim and Christian brothers. We will be able to join hands and get this matter done. I am sweating. I am hot inside because every day I'm getting requests. I'm getting pictures of community, direct information. And we have to send help. We have to send people to Akure to be evacuated. I believe this year is the year. And in this land, the president has the best opportunity to rewrite history. If you forget about 2027, if he doesn't do what I am saying right now, you should forget it.
Thank you so much, Prophet Issa El Buba. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your candor. And thank you for your forthright wisdom. I agree with you entirely that if the president were to do some of these things that you have said, Nigerians will line up behind him. And we are hoping and praying that the time has come, for this, for peace to reign in our country. Thank you so much, Prophet. Thank you for coming to
it. Yay! You guys heard it too. Moving on to the next thing. For those of you just coming in, please kindly double tap the screen, your screen device to like. Double tap your screen device to like the show, or click on the 3 dots on the right hand corner to like the show. Thank you so much. Tato, thank you so much for being a member. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your consistent support. I do not take it for granted at all. Thank you, sis. I really appreciate it. I'm sending you air hugs. I'm sending you more blessings. Everything you desire, every good thing you desire. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. It's a big deal to take out time to support me, from what you have. You don't have to, but you do. I don't take it for granted. I want you to know that I always appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, now moving along. I want to say something before we move along, actually. So you see, when the prophet was talking, Prophet El Issa Buba, by the way, if no one knows him, this guy has been speaking for a very long time. He's one of the very first people, very passionate people that always stands for the truth. He's Fulani, by the way. He's Fulani by tribe. So this man is one Fulani man that is standing strong in the midst of the heat. You heard when he said they were trying to arrest him during Buhari's time because he was really speaking out. I remember him from then. So, and he made a comment. He said, bad things happen, evil thrives when good people are quiet. If that has not shown, if Nigerian situation has not shown us that that's what really happens, I don't know what else will. I'm imagining that since the election 2023 that was stolen, we had kept quiet and not say anything. We don't talk about what's going on. Everybody just carries on. I'm telling you, these people would have had their way. They would have turned that country into an Islamic country. People that have been wearing burqa by now, forget. They would have been slaughtering people. They would have had massive stadiums to be slaughtering people by now in Nigeria. This is why being silent in this situation is not good enough. I don't care where you are as a Nigerian. If you believe in that country, you love that country, you desire to retire to that country, you must be a part of making sure that this change comes. I see that something is going to turn. I see something good coming out of all of this. For the first time in a long time, I have some hope. I have some hope for Nigeria. So wherever you are, make sure you are not quiet. Speak out against evil. Speak out. Make it a habit to speak out. If you talk, you buy. You no talk, you go buy. And he made another comment again. He said, this is the time for Tinubu, T-Pain to do the right thing. You see, the biggest thing that T-Pain will do, that every Nigerian, including myself, will forgive him, is for him to stand. Since they call him the strategist, the Jagaban, let him show us how much of a Jagaban he is. First of all, he will first, just like Prophet El Issa Buba just said, call those retired generals, have a security meeting with them, deal with these people decisively. You see the names that have been published, go after each and every, if not only that one, Tinubu Fidu, forget. Everybody go change their tone. 2027, you go, your waka enter. Nobody go follow and drag am. I'm telling you, even Peter Obi go just say, there's no need. Let me leave my elder brother. I'm telling you people the truth. So whoever knows him, all those hallelujah boys that don't tell him the truth, that are busy singing, yeah, all those people that they talk all those things, if they have small sense inside their brain, that is what they should go and be telling their baba. Your baba told Aja Anatu that he was afraid. This is the time for him to remove fear. Nigerians will support him, just like Prophet El Issa said. He will become popular overnight. All those things that people had to say about him, it will fizzle. This is an opportunity for him, but will he? Does he have what's it called? Does he have the will to do it? I don't see it. It is taking a Donald Trump to force his hand to do the right thing. There's no will. The man has no will. They have too much of his secrets. He has sold himself out to Fulani hegemony. He cannot. Well, anything can happen. No? He may turn around tomorrow and do the right thing, but that is left to be seen. We move.
Not every man who authority understand the war. But every man who has faced the war understand authority. A general can become a minister. But a minister can never become a general.
Hey, Gawalele, welcome. Oh, greetings.
A man for in duty, discipline, battlefield reality. Serving as a minister of defense. This is not just an appointment. It's experience taking command. He's a battle tested. Not a boardroom trained. You understand the heat of the front line, the silence of late night patrol, the tension of a command division, and the strong survival behind every salute. He is a leader who doesn't need to be told how military felt. He has felt the hunger, the pressure, the fear, and the pride. Today, Nigeria defense is no longer in the hand of a theory. It is in the hand of a man who has seen a war, commanded troops, buried heroes, and ceased to fail without breaking. Congratulations to the General Sidi Musa, the Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May your command on the battlefield now translate into the peace in our streets, strength in our force, and the safety of our nation. Congratulations, sir.
A lot of people have some faith in the Minister of Defense, Musa, and he has made promises. I don't know if I can get to those videos. I had them saved, but we'll do what we can for tonight, and maybe we'll come back some other time and complete the rest of it. However, a lot of people have a lot of glowing things to say about the minister, the new minister. All right. And you guys, I'm sure you guys saw the grilling that he had to endure in the Senate, where Akpabio was saying that Trump is on their neck. Ew, he's taking a foreign, let me tell you people something. It's a shame in Nigeria that you have no elders, no political elders that nobody respects. All your political elders are compromised. It is a monumental shame. You don't get one person when they fear for that country. That is why Nigeria doomed. All your political leaders are. Do you know how bad that is? That your political leaders are so compromised. They don't have the power to say, nah, we're not going to have that. We will mobilize this against you. Make the person the peace for body. You don't get one. The new political groups that we need to form in Nigeria is one that will be devoid of corruption, greed, the desire to want to make money and have power by all means necessary. If we do not get rid of that, this generation upcoming will be worse than the one that we have right now, that we're all crying about. It will be worse. You ought to have a group of politicians, right? Or leaders in a country, in a nation, that will literally be a threat to the to the politicians in power, the party in power, when they move mad. And you need to, as a sane country, you ought to have that. Your politicians, even the Obasanjo, when they shout, compromised. The man can only shout inside somebody's house in a party. He cannot shout with his full chest outside. If he too shout, Tinubu go expose him. I beg. Dr. CM, welcome. I just hey, welcome, CM. Good to see you. Long time. Welcome. He said I get bad mouth. Which one be Jagaban's hallelujah boys? They not be hallelujah. Every time, Jagaban. Oh, he's a strategist. He built the Atlantic Ocean. He divided River Niger. He built the tallest building. Matter of fact, he named Nigeria. What did we not hear in the last election? That's it now. Let him come and show that Jagabanness now. So even they fear to buy. So why did he become president? You don't know, say to become president, there's a possibility that the people that will be wanting to take you out. No wonder he never travel. You say T-Pain never travel since. They're not born and where. He no fit travel. Person when you go spend 2 days for Nigeria, run, go France, go spend 1 month. They're not make it come out now. He dey fear. I beg you. T-Pain's the full FBI file, all list. Yep, that's part of the demands we made. Yep, get one lele. He's busy flaunting 2020. Do you know he came out and denied it? They came out and stamped fake news on it. When Nigerians fire them. When Nigerians started, they drag them like a better pass my neighbor generator. They came out and stamped fake news on it. But the information is out already. He tamed the Atlantic Ocean. Can you know? Hey, you not get any gaslighting when we not here. He not get gaslighting when we not here 2023. If he really want now, make it come out, make it say, okay, may just rearrange. But it's not the only reason why he's even this man a defense minister now, because the Trump and the senators and the reps they put fire for him ass, that they tell him who and who should. Oh, what a shame. May we not see this type of country again, no? If we come up for this one. And by the way, guys, for those of us that are talking about 2027 election, let me just put it out here now. Okay? It is not anybody but T-Pain. No. It is the person that will work for that country. Anybody that comes up with any northern leader, and I'm referring to Atiku, it is dead on arrival. Nobody should entertain conversations surrounding, Atiku, this one. We do not care. Atiku will never be president of Nigeria. Never, ever. If Atiku wants to test his power, he should go and tell his terrorist brothers and sisters to stop. He should go and remove their weapons from them. The gold that they have been siphoning in Zamfara and the rest, he should bring it to the national. Then we will know he's serious. May nobody talk about northern president. It is not the turn of the north. They should sit it out. That is if we have a north in 2027, if we never divide. Because I'm on the table of the north to go their way. Because even the most intelligent among them want Sharia law. Me, God forbid, I'm not going to, people coming after me, I do not want them to be turned into slaves, because People have a way. We don't know who's going to come after and wipe out all the history. People will not now remember all this nonsense, all this pressure, all this worry and depression and all this nonsense that's been going on. They will not now remember it. Then they will now resurrect their Sharia again. Because may who get here, make it here now. If it means say you need to dey tabulate the rights for your language, say forbidding Islam is for, like, right now, put curse on top. Say any lineage of yours when it turn to ego, put curse. I'm telling you, because you see wetin we don experience when they butcher people, they butcher women, they comot pikin for inside woman body. Ha! No. May not dey their day. I no hide mouth talk am. I talk am. Make the north go their way. The rest of us south, we fit decide say we wan do regionalism. I am here for it. Make everybody dey run their team themselves. We get administrator wey go dey collect small to manage. If you do anyhow, we abuse and we put another person. Simple and short. We can have multiple countries in that country. If you want to visit my country, you come. You cause trouble, they fling you out. It's simple. Everybody has a right to live in peace in the country. If you don't like the way people, you do your thing. If you want to have a traditional leader who you are bowing to and want to be slave to forever, no problem. Leave those that don't want the same, that kind of thing that you want. Everybody need to respect themselves now. Respect your position where you dey. Hold on. So 2027 as they come, because we don't enter 2026 now. And don't want to dey hear Atiku, Omo, thunder, fire anybody when go bring up any northern candidate, can they discuss. I know say I go hear am, no problem. I have patience. I go listen. But I will not entertain it. There's no need. With everything that we are saying, may not go to it will not happen. Hey, what I beg go. After all this also we don't see. May they read the room. Meanwhile, Natasha they try. Natasha say online payment transaction need to be regularized so that Nigerian content creators can earn as much as those in the US. You know they don't earn much. If you have views like me now that have views from people in Nigeria, it's only cents they pay. I hardly even make any money on YouTube. Unless people who give me super chat, I don't make anything. It's cents. Meanwhile, other countries that they make, you get one particular country, I don't know, I can't remember which one now. Per view now $15. I don't have any viewership from that country. I can't remember the name of that country now. $15 per view. Okay? So let's move on.
That a politician, as a sitting governor, will be offered land free of charge and he will reject it. That someone will be in government office for 1 month, 1 year, 4 years, 8 good years. Excuse me, and you cannot trace government funds into his personal.
And that's Peter B.
Yes.
And that's why you believe so much in him.
See, if we are going to save Nigeria from what we are in now, what we are in, and I don't think a lot of us realize the mess that we are in. We don't. Because we think we are comfortable. A time is coming very soon that if you wear a nice shirt, they will see you as an oppressor. The boys on the street will see you as an oppressor. It doesn't matter whether you are APC, PDP, whether you are even non-partisan. That hunger level is getting to that level, is getting to that side. We have a man that we know, if we hand over the national resources to him, he will not steal our money. The money that is going into wrong places is because of the hunger.
Peter Obi is not a thief.
No.
He's not corrupt.
Absolutely not. He was my governor. Me. He was my governor. You will not tell me about Peter Obi. I will tell you about Peter Obi.
Okay, I just wanted us to listen to that clip to ginger us. As we enter 2026 now, more with the ginger they go. Again, not be we must remove T-Pain by any means necessary. No, we ain't gonna do that. The person we are replacing with T-Pain is more important to me than T-Pain getting out. Let me repeat that. The person that will come and enter that office is more important to me than T-Pain leaving. If the person that is replacing, that is planning to replace T-Pain is Atiku, may T-Pain remain there. After all, we are inside the gutter already. We might as well be swimming inside it. But to say that Atiku will come and then lie, it will not happen. It is the stone of the South. They shouldn't even be rearing their heads, because when the North want to, hopefully by this time there will be no reason for us to be having North again. North go their side with their Sharia, make them be ruled by their Sharia and butcher each other. That's okay. That's what they want. They'll be having a party of butchering. It's okay. It's normal for them. Those of us that believe in life and believe in the livelihood of people, we go know as we go to discuss the matter. By that time, maybe we would have learned that it is the best of us that we should present. Not be this one, a son or be a pepe that we have seen now. It will not be that. It will be that we are bringing the best that we have from our region. If it's not the best, you will go and stay in the backyard, because we don't have time again. Everybody hide the red now. We have suffered greatly in Nigeria. We have suffered. There are people that are missing that are still unaccounted for. 315 people, when they capture, they never release them. 2-3 year olds they among. Your security agency come out. Nuhu Ribadu, he fix him math. He say they shouldn't worry, the children are okay. Kidnappers then, and the country normal. Hell! Oh, Salobua, never heard this kind of thing before. Everywhere quiet. 3-4 year olds they kidnapper then. Your NSA come out say the people should calm down, that the children, oh God, headache. It be like me, I turn to Rambo, Sylvester Stallone on my own. May I just enter the bush by myself. I can only imagine. I don't know how the parents of those children, I hear some of them don't even buy out of the stress. You get someone that say the helicopter now call catch. Where they see helicopter when they come carry children? When I explain, you people please explain to me. Those who know, please explain to me like I'm a baby, like I never go school before. How do you explain helicopter come, carry kidnap people, come out? Let's move along.
You should not drink alcohol. But their big bed, they will put it inside a kettle and take it to their bedroom and be sipping it. Inside that kettle they used to
go. The kettle is for pollution.
Blue water. Go and check. When they finish, they wash it and keep it somewhere.
Oh, God.
Tell me that no Northerners drink alcohol. Esther, no, don't tell me.
First, have you seen anyone?
No, tell me that none of them drink alcohol. And I will give you several examples now.
What if they take just wine, red wine, rich wine, cherry wine?
Really?
Not necessarily alcoholic wine.
And the Talakawas drink what? Is it not the absence of drinking beer that made them to resort to what's that called? That ice and that other drug.
That drug.
That other drug that is prevalent over there. What do they call it? The tramadol. Yes. Something must keep a man happy.
But Barrister, you don't have any evidence.
Which evidence? Why is the North? Hold on. Why is tramadol prevalent in the North, Esther? Is that not a fact? They say nobody should sell alcohol and all. Tell me that none of them drink alcohol, Esther.
Barrister, you know that the Northerners...
Mr. Larewaju, welcome. Greetings, sir. Are you a policeman? I see your uniform. Yes. You be policeman?
But Esther,
greetings, so.
There is a particular hotel in Kano. That it is for
guys, please double tap your screen device to like, please.
And somebody validated it. They go there to pick young men for the weekend. It's going on up to tomorrow. They call them Dandawu. Here, Dandawu. Yes,
wow.
Is that not happening in North Esther? Tell me that there was nothing like that.
I've never experienced.
Really, I'm telling you now, they have a name. They have a name. You went there to school, after the school, you ran back.
No, I didn't stay. I stayed for almost 2 years after school.
You ran back because one Abdullahi, or what was that man that wanted to remove his belt in that
Oh my God, that was during the crisis. Crisis.
It was happening.
But even after that, I stayed for 2 years after that.
But you left.
What are you saying?
You left now. You left. So what are you saying? That man that wanted to go to that uncompleted house and remove
Barrister Gali, continue your conversation. You have to overemphasize.
You were a small girl that time. You are very lucky. Very lucky. They would have turned you into Nyaninya. So what are you telling me now that this law is helping the North? Don't somebody come and tell me how. Let them tell me how it's helping the North. This thing I said now about the gay, is it not happening up to tomorrow in the North? Let somebody go and prove me wrong. They don't drink alcohol. When they see you wearing trousers, this and that. If we have not gone to Muslim states in the world, Esther, I will say, okay, in Dubai that every Nigerian go to, Esther, I've had experience. They sell alcohol in hotels in Dubai.
No, Dubai is very lenient. Dubai is not.
So is it not a Muslim state?
Barrister Darlington won't break the rest of the table.
And we need to make people in that building understand that Nigeria, its very essence, its very DNA, has genocide baked into it.
Guys, please double tap the screen device to like if you have not yet liked to. I beg. Make me like her.
It's just manifesting again. It's not the first time. Now, how can that be? And this is not rhetoric. This isn't over the top. Nigeria's DNA has genocide in it. Let me walk you through that. First of all, radical Islam, very definition, its very own teaching, its very own methodology. Genocide is the intentional effort to wipe out a people group. Radical Islam only exists and only expands when it wipes out anybody that doesn't believe the way they do. They believe it glorifies their God when they commit genocide. It is the essence of radical Islam, is genocide. Am I wrong? No. Right. Nigeria, its founding fathers, decades after the founding fathers of the United States pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to establishing a nation to be a shining city on a hill, a beacon of light for the world. We've had our issues, but you can't imagine a world without America. You can't. Thank God for that. Decades after our founding fathers did that, the founding fathers of the modern ruling regime of Nigeria were waging a genocidal jihad. The northern political regime was founded on jihad and genocide. Decades after our founding fathers. We also have to understand the type of colonialism that was implemented in Nigeria. It was not set up to expand the goodness of Great Britain. It was set up to be a point of extraction. Period. It was set up to be a point of extraction. And it was through the genocidal regime that the British sought to control Nigeria. They co-opted and sat on top of the genocidal regime. They didn't clean it up. They didn't want to. They used it for their purposes. And when they set up the modern nation that we call Nigeria, which they drew on a map, it was set up for the purpose of extraction and to keep the nation down. They don't want to buy finished products from a developing nation. They want to buy raw materials from an undeveloped one. And they set it up to fail. That's just the fact. So the modern nation of Nigeria was built on the power base of a genocidal jihad regime. And it wasn't that long ago. There are people here today who were alive when this was established. Am I right? So it's not a surprise that there's genocide taking place in Nigeria. It's just following the template that was set up. It's inevitable genocide taking place in Nigeria when the world looks away, when the body of Christ is seeking itself and its best life now. Genocide is inevitable, and we're just seeing it happen again. Thank God people are paying attention now.
Not here? Okay. He said they go turn her to Yarinya. Yes, now. Esther for be Yarinya now. Barrister Darlington mouth, god damn. More of him.
Yesterday, the president also did meet with the service chiefs as well. Should we be expecting something different? Because that was a closed door meeting he held with his service chiefs.
Gift, welcome.
Any hope following that closed door?
Danda would do. Okay. Wow. Dr. CM. Wow.
Since Tinubu came into office, he had more than 5 closed door meetings with the service chiefs. Is that not true?
Yep.
What came out of them?
Nothing.
Eh?
The declaring of a national emergency on security, isn't that something that possibly came out of those meetings?
Nothing will come out of it because even in the state of curfew, the deputy girls were adopted. The day they were coming, all roads was cleared of police, army, DSS. Nobody was on that road that they were coming through. So what are you telling me? In a state of curfew, where there should be no movement and all that, 15 Hilux bus came in and adopted those girls. And today, no heads are ruled. Nobody has asked questions. How come nobody was on that road? Amnesty International had to make 5 phone calls that rang out. Nobody picked it. When they wanted to alert the military that, look, these people are coming home, nobody picked their calls. So,
the presidency has said that in a couple of days from now, we'll be having names of terrorism financiers. How much of an impact would that list do to insecurity in Nigeria?
If they want to do it, they don't need to announce it.
All right.
Except that these people they are talking about, they have already put them in prison somewhere and they cannot move. If not, why would they alert them that you are going to, what are you saying? You mean they don't know what to do? You want to go and catch somebody where he is hiding, and you first of all call a press conference. This thing that we are looking for since 2 years ago, we are just discovering where he is hiding. Yeah. And very soon we are going to pick him up. And the thief will be there waiting for you, Abi.
Oh my God. I can't get enough of Barrister Daniels. Although I did differ from him sometimes. So this matter with Harry Guam issue, I dey listen to the matter, right? I don't really listen, Sha. I take that one back. I see some posts and everything. I think I listened to the video he did and all of that. For me, that man has done a lot, and it's very risky in a corrupt reading country. Corrupt police, corrupt everything. There'll be people that will be angry that he's even doing the job. There'll be people that will be angry that he's the one that is following police to be doing all these things, collecting ransom. Yeah, there'll be people that will be angry with him. And people forget that Guamisho has security knowledge, right? I think that's his training. There's some information he won't be able to give. At least he will not be able to say a lot of things, but they are claiming the man took 5.4. What's 5.4 million? This man has carried how much? Millions upon millions of ransom. You not take now. This what do you want to say 5.4 million do? Anyway, that's not why I'm here today. But VDM, I'm disappointed in VDM. What he do so not good. VDM, if any of your people they listen, what you they do not good. It be like now jealous, you dey jealous Guamishu because Guamishu get shine. Are you jealous of him? You know say you dey your lane and we respect you for the lane when you dey. Me, I dey praise you when I need to. But you see this one when you put hand, so sorry, I not support. Leave why you go now? You dey even dey brag, they talk say now you lead police to go arrest Guamishu. Really, VDM? So wetin not good, not get. E no get two name, e no good. VDM, wetin you do so, e no good. Whether na jealousy I wan call this one now, I don't know. I don't know why you dey do wetin you dey do. What is 5.4 million to Guamishu? Anyway, let's move on. That's not why I'm here.
Costly mistakes the ADC coalition is making right now, and if these mistakes are not addressed, they may cost them the 2027 elections. And here are the mistakes. Number 1, not agreeing on key areas before announcing the coalition. Perhaps this appears to be the funniest and at the same time the most costly of them all.
Now tricky. They want to trick. That's why they did not state what they are coming together for. The coalition is for. Now trick. It is for Atiku. It's to package Atiku. See them crying. Oh, Peter Obi has not come. He say after another election he will come. He has not joined. They don't even know direction. Since Peter Obi never joined, and no direction, no impact. You know, they see nobody's talking about ADC. They want use sense. Make Peter Obi come enter. Peter Obi will come use the clout. Clout when me they guard jealously. My own clout. When we say not be everybody I they give. The clout when I get now for Peter Obi, I be the best candidate. Bar none. So if Peter Obi enter ADC, come and come there with his soft voice, come say, you know, considering, God forbid, I don't even hear him, but just for the sake of example, he can't just say, you know, I look at that, you know, I want to follow my elder brother or more. I go drop, I go just fold my hand and look. I go, you know what? I go support Tinubu. I go go against Peter Obi. I go support Tinubu. Are you kidding me? Make Peter Obi not try him. Anyway, my man knows this. He knows his words. He not go disappoint me. He knows. I know they follow rubbish. He knows his words. Peter Obi knows his words. Let Atiku, let him go and choose Amechi as vice president. Let's meet outside. Let's meet outside the ring. Let him go and choose Amechi. For me, I've always been, I'm a dirty girl, okay? Peter Obi and dirty, those are my men. So let Amechi and Atiku, let them meet us outside. We'll see how far. We'll see the clouds where they want to pull. We there here, we dey wait for them.
When the coalition was announced, our thinking was that everything had been properly settled behind closed doors. We felt that the positions, power sharing arrangements, and other sensitive issues had been carefully discussed and properly agreed on by all parties involved. In fact, many supporters and observers assumed that these talks must have taken months of negotiation, dialogue, and careful planning. However, this later appears not to be the case.
If you disappoint, like I said, Kene, there's nothing to watch. As far as I'm concerned, as far as it is now, it's Peter Obi or Ahmed Dati. If he disappoint, you know hard, I'm a human being. To me, self go disappoint. It's simple. I go support Tinubu, may the suffering continue. There's no way Atiku can never be president in Nigeria. Never. Prior to this whole Muslim agenda, terrorism, butchering of people, I was like, oh, well, we need to get it right in Nigeria. Whoever is going to make it happen for us. But Omo, with wetin my eye don't see, I don't observe, I don't hear. It is suicide for us to have a northern candidate during the time of South. No, it's not going to happen. You see what I noticed about Southerners? You people don't know your right. You don't know your power. When it is the time of North, no Southern person dare in head. No Southern person. Why be say every time when South time reach, na time, Atiku no say one bring a head come out. Why? Is he working for Tinubu? I ask. Is he working for Tinubu? He's always coming to try and sabotage. Why? Why are people not telling him to sit it out? He's a great grandfather, for crying out loud. Doesn't he have grandchildren to be playing with? Does he not have a softball? He doesn't have golf to go to? I mean, I don't understand. Why must he be this politics? Why? And I see his son on Twitter from one space to the other. They talk. You will ask a direct question, no, they ever answer. I beg una. I no want hear northern candidate for my ear. They pepper me. This is the time of the South. It is South or nothing. If to say Tinubu they do well, even if to say Tinubu they will try small, everybody for support him. But with this one, when they do fat on top of the fact say he snuck his way in, stole the election, he allowed the butchering of people. Quiet, no they do anything. They employ thieves and bandits. Look at, they give people like Reno and FFK Ambassadoria, thieves, all of them. And for support, but Tinubu said does not know what he's doing. So it's not going to disappoint me. Oh. If you disappoint me, I disappoint her. That's it. Do me, I do you. It's not that hard. Let everybody be mad together.
It is now being gathered that even right now, they still have not agreed on some key issues. That is shocking. And honestly, it does not present the coalition in a good light. It makes them look unprepared, unserious, and disorganized. Any political group that hopes to present itself as an alternative government should be structured, disciplined, and united from the inside before facing the public. That sounds ridiculous and not good at all. They were not supposed to announce the coalition without first agreeing among themselves on issues of power, positions, leadership structure, and decision-making authority. You do not bring people together publicly before you discuss such important matters internally. Instead, those issues should have been sorted out, agreed upon, signed, sealed, and settled before the announcement. This particular action is one of the main reasons the coalition appears not to have gained any serious momentum. Some key members do not seem fully committed because they themselves are not even sure of where they stand, what roles they will play, or what the long-term vision of the coalition actually is. When there is no clarity inside, it will surely show outside. If they truly want to be taken seriously by Nigerians, this is the very first issue they must urgently resolve. Because a house that is divided against itself cannot stand. Number 2, making the coalition appear as if it is Atiku's coalition. In politics, optics is very important. It shapes perception, and perception often becomes reality in the mind of the public. Right now, there are actions already taken by the leadership of the ADC that give any outsider valid reasons to believe that the coalition is being formed primarily for Atiku Abubakar. One of such actions is the use of Atiku's former campaign office as the ADC coalition's office. This was the same office Atiku used both in the 2019 and 2023 campaign seasons. That alone sends a strong message, and the message it sends is not neutrality. The optics of that decision are completely wrong for a coalition that is supposed to be open, neutral, and accepting of all potential aspirants. Yes, I had the explanation that it was only used by Atiku for campaigns and that the ADC simply rented it because it was available and suitable. But in politics, perception is stronger than explanation.
Bam.
To avoid any suspicion and to make every group and individual in the coalition feel comfortable, they should have rented an entirely different building, one that carried no political history attached to any particular individual. If I am a serious presidential candidate and I see that kind of arrangement, I will be very skeptical. I will begin to wonder if the coalition is genuinely for everyone or if it already has a preferred candidate behind the scenes. The second thing is Atiku hosting all the state chairmen of the party in his personal space. Again, the optics of that action do not speak well for a coalition that wants to be seen as neutral and inclusive. Some people have asked me if I know what they discussed at that meeting. The truth is, they may not have discussed anything illegal or harmful to anyone. But once again, optics is what matters here. By hosting the entire state chairman in your personal residence, what message are you sending to other presidential aspirants who may be observing from afar? Even if there was no hidden agenda, the act alone raises questions. If I am a presidential candidate seeing that, I will be very critical. I will start asking myself if the playing field is truly level or already tilted in favor of one person. And that kind of doubt can discourage others from joining the coalition or taking it seriously. Number 3, making the removal of Tinubu a priority. This is another major mistake they are making, and it is a very dangerous one. The aim should not just be about removing Tinubu, but about replacing Tinubu with a far better candidate and a far better system of leadership. There is a big difference between opposition for the sake of opposition and opposition for the genuine sake of national transformation. The focus should be on the quality, character, competence, and vision of the person that will replace Tinubu, not just on getting Tinubu out of office. When you listen to some of the key advocates of this coalition, All they seem to care about is how to remove Tinubu, regardless of who replaces him. That kind of thinking is risky and short-sighted. Truth is, Nigerians are becoming more politically aware. They will not easily buy into that kind of vague and emotional campaign again. It has happened before. People voted for change in 2015 and again in 2023, and many of them now feel disappointed in the outcome. They don't want a repeat of that experience. So instead of making the slogan, "Remove Tinubu," the coalition should be making the message, "Here is a better leader, here is a better future, here is a better plan for Nigeria." The emphasis should be on solutions, not just on removal. If they fail to realize this, they will lose the trust of a large number of Nigerians who are tired of recycled political drama and empty promises. In all, the ADC can still make amends and remain on the path to possible victory. But if they continue in this same direction, ignoring these mistakes and brushing aside public concerns, then their chances may continue to weaken. In the end, only God and time can truly tell what will become of the coalition and its political future.
We've just witnessed the unveiling. If you have any question or clarification, please go ahead and ask.
Okay. Yeah. I have two questions for you. One is, by our findings, we know that this place used to be Atiku's presidential campaign office. So, how come you are using this as the national secretariat of the ADC? Considering the fact that there have insinuations that the presidential ticket has already been considered to Atiku. That's one. I'll ask you to let the last question.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very good question. It's true, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar used to be the tenant of this building, right? He used to be the tenant of this building, which he used for his presidential campaign. But his tenancy has lapsed. Now the African Democratic Congress is the tenant of this building. Do I need to repeat that? So this building at no time did it belong to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He leased it for the purpose of his campaign, and that lease has ceased, and now the tenancy is occupied by the African Democratic Congress.
How are we to believe that? It's easy to say, very convenient. I beg, we not trust to now. I beg.
Message to people from Southwest. They have been calling us Northerns all sort of failing names.
I beg.
Distinguished directors and senior officials of the ministry.
When I listen to our new Minister of Defense.
My own members of 38 regular course, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is with profound humility and a deep sense of responsibility that I address you today in my new capacity as the Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. 5-6 weeks ago, I was in the khaki. Now I'm coming as the minister. It can only be a God. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the trust and confidence reposed in me. I take that very, very seriously. For me, it's indeed a privilege and an honor, after serving 39 years in service, to come in and now be a Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The love Nigerians have shown us shows that people believe that we can turn the tide. Now, it is not rhetoric, it's by action. We must, firstly, as Nigerians, take the ownership of the responsibilities of the challenges we have in our country. It is only us that can succeed. When we agree within ourselves that we can deal with this, that will succeed. God is with us and has always given us all the responsibilities for us to be able to succeed. It is left for us to do. This responsibility is one I accept with solemn reverence and unwavering commitment to the safety and security of our great nation, Nigeria. Let me also acknowledge the dedicated leadership of my predecessor and relentless effort of every one of you in this room. When I was the Chief of Defense Staff, you gave me all the support, and I really appreciate it, and I want to say thank you. And I want to assure you that coming back as minister, we want to do more for your welfare, for your well-being, for the administration of the ministry. I strongly believe in reward and punishment. You do well, you are rewarded. We take corrective measures so that we can succeed. I don't believe in Naso we did one. We must assess everything that we do and see whether we can, how we can improve on it. I believe in having a very positive workforce. We want to listen to your challenges, and whatever we can do to address them, we'll do that. But what I count on you is you also put in your best. You know your task ahead. You don't have to wait until somebody calls you or asks you a question. Do what you are supposed to do, and that will make it easier for us as a nation. This task of securing the nation is a continuous one, and I'm aware that you have been holding the line with dedication. I commend you all. For decades, my life has been defined by uniform, by the ethos of service, and by sacred covenants to defend the territorial integrity and citizens of Nigeria.
You guys let me know if it's too fast, okay? I want to move fast.
Was a comrade who has been in the trenches, both literally and figuratively. I've seen firsthand the bravery of our troops, the complexity of our threats, and the pivotal role of strategic coordination. Like I always said, no single individual can achieve this alone. No single service or private can do it. We must work as Nigerians, making Nigeria better. Consequently, my core philosophy and steering guideline of this message is simple: operational effectiveness will unified action and strategic foresight. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to operate in silos. We cannot tolerate gaps between policy and execution, or between the ministry and the services. This ministry will be a powerhouse of strategic direction, enabling support and relentless accountability. We must provide that support for our troops to continue to succeed. They are sacrificing their lives out there in the field, day, night, thunderstorm, windstorm, whatever the situation, to ensure that we, Nigerians, can go to bed and sleep well. We must continue to pray for them. We must continue to provide that necessary support. Working as a team with other MPs, Mr. President has made it very clear he will give us all the support we require and demands that we achieve success. That we have promised him. And so I want, within the first few weeks, we must show that we're committed. The ministry working inside, the troops working outside. To translate this philosophy into action, my initial focus will rest on three interconnected pillars: enhancing joint operations strategy synergy. We will immediately begin a rigorous review of all theater commands and inter-service operations. My door will open, as always, to the Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs for frank discussions on equipment, training, welfare, and strategy. Mr. President wants us to present what our challenges are, with the promise that will be addressed. So it is left for us to do the needful. Our goal is to overwhelm the adversaries with seamless jointness, not just coordination. Welfare morale as a force multiplier. We all understand the import of morale to our personnel and staff. We must therefore prioritize the timely provision of all necessary kits, ensure complement of operational allowances, and vigorously address the issue of accommodation and medical care for our personnel and their families. The injured are watching how those not injured are watching how you are treating the injured. If they're not being taken care properly, they will not put in their best because they were scared. If something happens to them, nobody will be there. Especially those who have lost their loved ones. The families want to know what will happen. It is our responsibility to make sure we take care of them. The aspect of doing things to impugn on their own integrity, I think, is not the best. We must make payments seamless. We must treat them with respect. Anybody who is laying down his life for his country deserves the best respect we can give them. And that is what we offer. So I'm going to be very, very critical about that. The welfare of our staff, the welfare of our troops. We must ensure that we adequately address them. Morale is not an administrative issue. It is a strategic one. Intelligence-driven and technology-enabled defense. The Ministry of Defense is the strategic brain of our national defense architecture. We must therefore leverage on technology for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. We have partners, our allies, that are ready to support us. We will reach out to them so that we can work together as a team. We will also work with other security agencies. Every Nigerian is vital to the success of Nigeria. We will foster a culture where data intelligence drive our decisions, not just experience alone. And therefore, charge the ministry bureaucracy to be the catalyst for innovation and efficient resource management. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I expect the highest standard of professionalism, integrity, and urgency from all of us. We do not have time. We are going to continue to hit the ground running. We must respect the human rights of Nigerians. If we make mistakes, we must try to avoid them. But if we make because we are humans, we must take necessary action to ensure that we make amends. I will always continue to encourage candid advice and robust debates. But once a decision is taken, we must move as one united team. There will be zero tolerance for corruption, indiscipline, or indolence. Our loyalty is to Nigeria and the Nigerian people. The President is the Commander-in-Chief,
the buck stops on the table. We must provide that support to make Nigeria peaceful. Shedding of innocent blood is over. Our children should be able to go back to school. Our farmers should be able to go back to their farms. We must address these issues on ground. Most of the challenges we are facing is not a military solution. They are issues of good governance, justice, equity, and fairness, which we are going to encourage. So it's going to be a holistic aspect. The non-kinetic and the kinetic must work hand in hand. We cannot afford to fail Nigerians, especially ourselves. It's a charity begins at home. I believe it's the mindset. If we have that mindset that we will succeed, we will succeed. To the service chiefs, I offer my full support and expect your utmost cooperation to move the armed forces to greater heights. To the permanent secretary and the civil service cadre, you are the institutional memory and the framework for our sustainability. I value your expertise and count on your diligence to translate our military objectives into actionable administrative and budgetary policies. The road ahead is demanding. It's going to be tough. Let us not take it for granted. It's going to be tough. But because we are Nigerians, we shall overcome. The chess we face are adaptive and complex. We have absolute faith in the indomitable spirit of our armed forces and the capable minds within the ministry. And with the support and prayers we are getting from all Nigerians, we cannot fail. In closing, let me once again reaffirm my commitment to live with fairness, firmness, and loyalty to our Constitution. The President is doing everything possible to make sure we succeed. We must play our own part. The task ahead is enormous, but surmountable. We can win. We will win. The good people of Nigeria are looking up to us for results, and we must deliver immediately. I'm not here to preside. I'm here to lead, to work, and to deliver alongside you. I cannot do it alone. I thank you all as I look forward to our detailed business and to the task ahead. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, General Minister. Please.
Kenny, you're saying that he doesn't know anything about military. Are you referring to the this new minister, or who are you referring to? Who are you referring to? Okay, there's a video I'll play for you guys. Okay, we'll come to that video later, another time. Do you guys remember this doctor? This doctor Olaleye, that was previously, I don't know if you guys, there was a thing on social media then where even Kate Henshaw had gone to visit the guy. He said he specializes in women's, I think, gynecologist or something, right? Women-related issues. Only to find out that the guy was doing other things, right? And he was exposed. His wife was the one who exposed him. And it became a court case. I think they arrested him. They arrested him and jailed him for the SA offenses he was doing in Nigeria. Guess what? The guy, only God knows how, trust Nigeria. Criminal system is good. The justice system is gone. The guy left Nigeria, went to the UK. Guess what? He has committed the same crime that he was held in Nigeria for in the UK. Now he's going to be arraigned in court tomorrow. Define what a disgraced nation is. When they now say Nigeria is a disgraced country, some people will be crying. They don't catch am for UK. All those dirty things when they do for Nigeria, when they let them go, you don't go do one for UK. May they go beg now, may they release them. We dey here. I guess I beg Mona like this video for me. I beg Mona like. I know some people dey when they don't like what they talk. It's okay. We don't have to like, you don't have to like what I say every day. It's all right. It's normal. Even me sometimes, myself, I know they like what they talk every day. The thing they heavy me for mouth. But what do we do, right? Aluta continue. So please double tap your screen device to like if you have not yet liked. If you have liked, thank you very, very much. But if you never like, I beg, help me double tap or click on the 3 dots on the right hand side to like the show.
Hello and welcome. My name is Magnus.
Sorry, guys.
Magnus Orak, and this is Water TV. You see, we may lie to ourselves for as long as we think we possibly can, but we cannot lie to the international community because they are an advanced society.
Okay, hold on. I want to address some comments for you. Kene, you say you the way he talk kinetic and not kinetic now. I be like say you don't hear the speech before. You say the minister no know. Wait to make you talk say no know. Make it not read the statement when they in front again. I don't understand. What do you mean say the man not sabi the work? You sabi the work pass am. So because say you dey follow billionaire Alakija, you think say you sabi, you go sabi the work. I no understand. You don do military work before? Eh? Who you think say for better for that position? A question I ask you, Kene, answer me now. Who you think say go good for that position now? Eh? I know say one I don dey follow billionaire. Na so na go dey talk left side of the mouth. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Kene. Eh? Temi, you remember him? Oh, your brother knows him, eh? They don't arrest him, oh. All the nonsense wey go dey do for Nigeria and their judicial system, they fail. The man run. How the man take comot for Nigeria when they don jail am? How he take comot for Nigeria go UK? Kama don go catch am for UK. We go see as he wan take comot himself for this matter.
They see us and they see things for what they truly are. You see, the US Congress has passed a condition to the Nigerian government that Sharia law should be abolished in Nigeria, and institutions that are erected to serve under the Sharia should also be banned. You see, here is what I think about every catastrophe that has befallen Nigeria on the basis of terrorism, Islam, Sharia, and every other thing. You know, I have a friend who said he doesn't like, he's a very good friend of mine, but when he sees my video, he doesn't like it because for some reason he thinks that I am against Islam. Certainly I'm not. But when people fall down and pass on because of radicalization of certain people through your religion, then I have a right to talk. I have a right to talk. You see, when the US came up and said that there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria, the first reaction that most Muslims in Nigeria could do was to change the narrative or reject the narrative that there is indeed a Christian genocide. But I tell you, there is indeed a Christian genocide. Do you know how many lives Plateau State alone have lost on the basis of Islamic radicalization? Do you know how many lives have been lost in Bauchi, in Benue, in Kaduna, in Adamawa, in many states in the north, in Yobe, for many years? Yet we decided to almost want to see it as a way of life until it's like these radicals, these radicalized Muslims have become so emboldened that they have decided to become to do their act with reckless abandonment and impunity. I mean, how do you explain a group of ragtag army walking into a church and kidnapping or abducting over 30 peaceful worshiping Christians, and you say that's not a genocide? You see, the greatest mistake that these actors who are trying to change the narrative are doing is that they want to see thousands of people littered on the streets and maybe hundreds of people being killed per day until you accept that it's a genocide. I've said it countless in this video that to describe something as genocide, it's not determined by its sheer number. It is the intention behind the unaliving of people that qualifies an act being genocide. If I go to a village and kill, Facebook. If I go to a village and unalive 2 people, my intention is to systematically obliterate that community. So if I go there 2 people every day, it's a genocide. So do not attribute genocide with numbers, but the intention, the deliberate intention behind the act. That's what genocide is. So has there been a deliberate intention to ethnicize, to cleanse ethnically a group of people from this country? Or have there been a deliberate unaliving of people based or because of their religion or faith? Yes. So if the answers to these actions are affirmative, then why are we denying the nomenclature of a Christian genocide in Nigeria? It baffles me. It clearly shows that my next point is this. The real bandits, let me borrow the words from Yusuf Dati. You see those ones in the bush, they are gentlemen. They are gentlemen. Those ones are the ones, they are acting based on what they believe. You see, the real danger of what is happening to us are educated Muslims who see what they do, but they qualify what this will do with narratives that the rest of us must accept. You know, some of these Muslims, some of these Muslims, they actually applause these people in the bush. Because if there's wide condemnation of this act, it would have long been settled by now. Thank God. At least I know in the north they say lefin that the karewa. That's everything. Everything that is happening on this earth must come to an end. It is time that this atrocious Islamic jihadism and Sharia law and what came to an end. Now, do I have anything against Sharia? I don't have anything against how you practice your religion. But if your religion, the hand spread by your religion, crosses the path where my nose starts, then there is a problem. The lie they tell you about Sharia is that Sharia is only for Muslims. That's a big lie. Sharia has never been designed for Muslims alone. Sharia is a tool to establish the authority and supremacy.
Guys, please double tap your screen device to like. Make me increase the like now. The likes are very low. I don't know what I do today. I beg. Make una help me double tap your screen device to like the show if you haven't already. Or click on the 3 dots on the right hand side to like the show. If I make una verse, more no verse. For those of you that have not like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, no verse. I'm sorry. Help me double tap the screen device to like. I beg. The likes are still very low. I know some of them have the verse waiting at the talk. It's okay, it's normal. Even me, sometimes at the verse. For waiting me, they talk. You see, person don't call my name now, they sneeze. Because they don't like waiting I talk. So please, I beg.
Of Islam in Nigeria. I repeat that again. Sharia has been a tool established to confirm the superiority and dominance of Islam in Nigeria. So when they tell you that Sharia is only going to be applicable to Muslims alone, that's a lie. Because if it is true, then why do you break bottles of beer in Kano?
Bam.
Because the bottles of beer go straight to Christians that use that to enjoy myself. Why is it that when a Fulani man can bring his cows to the south, I can't bring my ogogoro to Kano? Because your religion says my ogogoro is a sin to your religion, yet you destroy it. But I don't destroy your cows. In fact, your cows destroy portions of my land when they come to my place. So there is no way you can tell me Sharia is only going to be applicable to Muslims. Because Sharia, those that are causing this atrocious mayhem on Nigeria are hiding under the dictates of Sharia to do what they do. So when America came up with this, when the legislative arm when the Congress of America came up with this suggestion, I'm very, very happy because that's the truth. You cannot hide it. That's exactly the truth. And until the educated ones in Nigeria begins to tell the truth about what is happening in North, they are the real Boko Haram. They are the real terrorists. The educated one that you don't find there with guns, the one that live with you, the one that debates with you, the one that argue with you every day, they are the terrorists. Because deep down, even though you don't see them with guns, they have guns in their lips and guns in their hearts. This thing must be stopped. There is no religion, no human being, no sect, no people belonging to any region that is greater than this country. We must destroy people with this evil philosophy or ideology that is aimed to obliterate certain people based on their religion, based on their region, based on their ethnicity. It must stop, and the time is now. Thank you, America. Please, the earlier you come in sharp, I don't know why you delay. Come in and stabilize this country for us. My name is Magnus Saraka. Please follow this page.
Call me with the Shakabula. Kene, I dey see you. Now so now they talk. Now so you and Alakija they talk, Abi. Can you say my sneeze be like I better pass my journey? Him like Jeremy won't start. Oh my god. That was funny. Na pod. You guys are terrible. Okay, I know say some of una dey vex, say I dey touch. I dey touch una religion. I know say dey pain una. I know it's paining you people. Okay.
Nigerian Army. Nigerians! Thank you, Nigerian Army. Thank you, Nigerian Army. This is what we want. Now, so, thank you. Say thank you in the comment section. I'm gonna be smart, you know. Say thank you in the comment section.
What did they do first now?
So, yesterday, being the 3rd of December 2025, the Nigerian Army intercepted this truck loaded with guns, heading for Brilingwari in Kaduna. See, just use your head to imagine this ammunition in the hand of bandits. Just use your head to imagine. These ammunitions in the hand of bandits. Bro!
Hey!
Nigerian Army, Una, thank you very much. A lot of you might come to say this video na AI. It's not AI, it is real. But the soldier had to use AI to edit so that they will not, you don't understand, to protect his identity. Some of them don't know the game. To protect his identity, we used AI to edit. But this is real. So thank you, Nigerian Army. This is what we want. This truck was heading to Briningwari in Kaduna State. Thank you one more time. Oh! See him. Just see him. So thank you guys. May God bless Una. May God protect Una. May God bless Una. Protect Una. Give Una more strength, more wisdom, more power, everything, more and more and more, to keep saving lives and properties in this country. God bless you now. I love you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. You know the story? As they hide them, English Alhaji, they bring them out. As they hide them, and they bring them out.
Good afternoon. One Kaduna Road, we just intercepted this trailer. Look what was inside. Full load of AKs, magazines, and belts heading to bandits in the forest.
Can you imagine? AKs and magazines heading to the forest to bandits.
Labour Party.
Listen to
and I subscribe to coalition, ADC coalition for 2027 election. Okay. And I believe in it. Okay. But as much as I believe in it, I need to know the fundamentals that we all agree to respect. But in all this, there's still some fine lines that we need to respect, where things must be done properly, where we must sit down and talk about where are we driving the country to. Today we have what we can say unsigned agreements. Okay. About the presidency. Okay. Unsigned about rotation of offices. Okay. Which is why if this person will come from here, this person will come from here, all those things needs to be organized. The reason why it needs to be organized is that if you don't do it, you create confusion for the future. The election is almost here, and people have not agreed. So what am I going to agree about? Even if it takes us 1 week to agree, you know, if Nigerians want this country to change, we can make it change. There's a thing that the society desires, is an answer. Now that answer is, a lot of people have asked me, Niger, is your ask, sir, are you contesting for 2027 election? If yes, are you still a Labour Party or you have left Labour Party? Because we've been hearing coalition, nobody knows what's going on. I mean, today I'm a member of Labour Party. Okay. And I subscribe to coalition, ADC coalition for 2027 election. Okay. And I believe in it. Okay. But as much as I believe in it, I need to know the fundamentals that we all agree to respect. Okay. What are we going to do for the average Nigerian person? Okay. Because we're not different people. We are still part of the political class. Yes. Right? So it's not as if there were a bunch of new people. Yes. I respect all those who are leaders there. Yes. Of course, our chairman, David Mark, is one of those people I respect. Yes. And I believe has the political sagacity to lead the party. Yes. And so are so many others. We have there people like my own leader, Atiku, somebody I have all my respect for, whom I believe that good of Nigeria. Yes. And wants the best for Nigeria and all that. Okay. But in all this, there's still some fine lines that we need to respect, where things must be done properly, where we must sit down and talk about
where are we driving the country to? Because like I said, we're not new people. We're the same political class. So we must come with new idea that Nigerians will trust. We must come with new things, perspective. And we must try to see how we can give Nigeria the alternative that will come with competence, come with a character. We need a new driver. Okay? With competence, character, capacity, commitment, and compassion to drive these new vehicles. Because it's important. We can't just say, oh, we don't like what these people are doing, let them go. If they go, what is the alternative? We've done that in 2015, where we say, oh, let this man just go. And he went. Oh, 2023, let this man just go. So we now have to be clear. What are we getting? Can we trust those who are going to drive this vehicle, that are going to do what they're saying? We have just said it before.
Okay.
Like somebody told you, they'll save money.
Sorry. So in the coalition, you're coming together. There's Ogatiku, there's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, there's the former Senate President David Mark. There's everybody coming together, and you now. The thing they're putting in front of you shows that they are putting Nigeria first, and they are not making you the flag bearer. Would you still support it?
Well, it all depends. They are not desperate to see the president of Nigeria and desperate to see Nigeria work. I want to see what is it that they're offering.
Okay.
Today we have what we can say unsigned agreements.
Okay.
About the presidency.
Okay.
Unsigned agreements about rotation of offices.
Okay.
Which is why this person will come from here, this person will come from here. All those things needs to be organized. The reason why it needs to be organized is that if you don't do it, you create confusion for the future.
Yeah.
Sure. So it's not about today.
Yeah.
It's about the future. Yeah. So if we're going to do anything, let's look at the future. Let's not look at what is going to benefit us.
But the election is almost here, and people have not agreed. So what am I not going
forget
to agree?
about even if it takes us 1 week to agree. They don't. If Nigerians want this country to change, we can make a change. It doesn't matter when we started. We can still start 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year to the election and be there.
And you think that is ample time enough to campaign and win an election?
We've done it in 2023.
But honestly, the fact that the ADC coalition is yet to agree on certain key areas, especially on power sharing and positions, is a big flop on their own side. It already shows a lack of planning, coordination, and seriousness at this critical stage. Normally, they shouldn't have even announced any coalition without first having a concrete agreement on the major issues. You don't go public with a coalition and then start discussing power and positions afterward. That is something that should have been finalized behind closed doors long before any public announcement. When you do it the other way around, it makes the whole process look disorganized and unserious. This kind of approach sends a wrong signal to the public and to potential supporters. Instead of building confidence, it creates doubt. Instead of attracting people, it turns them away. People want to see unity, clarity, and a clear structure. But what they are seeing now is confusion, contradictions, and silent power struggles. Honestly, I don't understand their coalition at all. No wonder it doesn't have any momentum. There is no clear message, no clear leadership direction, and no visible strategy. They are not making any waves at all. And in politics, especially at this level, exception is everything. If you look disorganized, weak, or divided, people will naturally lose interest. Anyway, let's watch and see how everything plays out. I believe Obi probably has his plan B or even plan C, and knowing his political maturity and experience, he won't just sit and wait for things to fall apart. Let's see what happens next.
Today,
I beg, my people, let's draw the curtain. The videos I have lined up are a number, but we've done enough for today, so that now we'll go enjoy the rest of our Friday. I know say some of now they go club like Kene. I know say Kene right now. Yeah, it's probably he don't they boil water for Madam. For Alakija, he don't boil water. You need to go press him mama back. We know how it go. Kene, well done, no. Is guy coming to see you? I beg, leave key for guy, you. Anyway, guys, you club at home. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll draw the curtain here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I appreciate everyone. Tato, darling, thank you so much for being a member. I really appreciate. Thank you for the support. I don't take it for granted. Guy, they outside. Okay. All right, Michael, thank you so much. Marcus, thank you. Everyone that was able to join, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys on my next one. Good night, Timmy. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Have a wonderful night. To enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye. See you on my next one. Thank you.